Okay, here we go, folks. Here we go. I think we are good to go. I think we are live. I think we are seeing everyone. What's going on? What's going on? How's everyone doing? How are we feeling heading into this one? All right, got to make sure that I'm giving the shout out to everyone that was tuned in a little bit early here. You had OG Savage in here. Ahmed was in here. Gordon, Christy. Hope you're doing well. YOLO Army, Dolo, of course. Free Will, Spider-Man, Wade, Erica. It's the washed, four eyes receding hairline Unk again, wearing the blue frames, just dropping in to say hi. Got a chem exam to worry about. Savoy Gold Trust, take care. I love the absolute roast that you did. Like, that's the first thing that I read is just being absolutely roasted. That is hysterical. I love that. That's so funny. That is so funny. Okay. Apparently I was not logged into Streamlabs, so that's why nothing's popping up on the screen right now in terms of chat. But I do see the chat, obviously. It's just not showing up on the overlay because, as Erica said, I am Unk, and apparently I just don't know how to run a live stream. What's going on, Wade? Floppa, how you doing? Justin, how are you? Liam, good to see you again, my friend. Fleecy, how you doing? Let's get to 9,800 subs today. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool to hit 9,800. I think we can get there. My mustache is as big as Canada. Wait, what the hell? I don't think so. I don't think so. Hey, what's going on, Hockey Art? Good to see you again, my friend. Brandel, how you doing? 4-0 Oilers, McDavid, 4 goals. Could you imagine? Could you imagine how amazing that would be? Let's own Utah. Let's do it. Goodbye, Gramps. I know that a civilization can be built on your forehead. Oh, my God. It's crazy. Yo, Prinkle, what's going on? From New Zealand. Welcome in, my friend. Dr. Samich, welcome back. How you doing? I want both teams in the playoffs. Utah should be okay, right? Maybe this game goes to overtime and then maybe Edmonton wins. That way Utah still gets a point and then the Oilers still manage to stay first in the Pacific. Maybe that's a way to look at it. I know when the Oilers play the Bruins, I always want those games to go to overtime. So I do think that, whatchamacallit, I do think Utah's going to be in. I think they're going to get in over some of the other teams that are kind of hanging around that wild card spot. Is the game happening in Edmonton or Utah? It is in Utah tonight. It is in Salt Lake City. Liam says 5-2 Oilers, McDavid with a goal and an assist. Let's do it. Wait, what? What are you saying, Dola? What? Utah will make, yeah. Oilers Mammoth round 1 would be fun times. That would be a fun matchup, actually. I would enjoy that from an entertainment perspective. Utah, obviously, the up-and-coming team. The Oilers have been to the Cup final 2 years in a row. So we are going to take a quick look at the lineups for Edmonton. There is just one change in the lineup tonight. You have Colton Dach in the lineup in place of Josh Szymanski. So no Josh Szymanski tonight. It is Colton Dach instead. Also, yes, we do have a kitty hanging out on stream today. Kitty's going to bring some good luck here. So top line, Podkolzin, McDavid, and Savoy. Then Rozovic, Nugent-Hopkins, Kapanen on the second line. We're going to need this line to produce tonight if this team's going to win a hockey game. I know McDavid and Savoy have been producing, but I would like to see Kapanen start putting the puck in the net. Nugent-Hopkins would be nice. The third line of Dach, Dickinson, and Frederick, as long as they stay out of the box tonight, I'll consider that line that night a success for them. And then Jones, Henrique, and Lazar, as long as they don't get scored against. Tristan Jarry does get the start tonight, yeah. RNH is going to lock in. Let's do it. Anything to avoid Oilers Kings. The fact that that's even a possibility again is absolutely hysterical. Love to see the Jets make the playoffs as well. Winnipeg is hanging out. They're hanging around, right? They're hanging around there. We can take a quick look at the standings just to kind of get a look at what's going on here. Nashville's within striking distance. The Sharks are still within striking distance. They do have a game in hand on the Kings right now. I think I would personally prefer to see San Jose in over LA. I want to see what Celebrini can do in a playoff situation. Of course, I bet San Jose would end up playing Edmonton, and then they'd beat Edmonton, and then I would reflect back to this live stream and be like, well, that was my fault. I cursed it. So Winnipeg is 3 points back, 5 games remaining. Going to be tough for them to get in there. St. Louis, the fact that they hung around as long as they did is pretty impressive, but I don't think they're going to get in either. I was so angry and hating on Vegas last game, but great 2 days off from watching hockey. Absolutely. Yeah, it's always good, right? If the game's making you really mad, it is good to just take that little break, right? And don't that's kind of one of the reasons why I took a couple days off from the from making videos. I know it was Easter weekend, but it is sometimes good to just kind of step away for a couple days. You're refreshed, mentally, physically, and then you're ready to go. Boosh says, keep it simple. He knows what's up. Absolutely. Celebrini's one of my favorite players to watch this season. Absolutely. Yeah, he's incredible. Big fan of the Celebrini. Austin predicts a loss. What the bananas? Oilers are going to crush these guys. Well, I mean, I did say it'd be a loss in overtime. So, I can't predict the Oilers to win every single game, right? I love snow. Lie. Yeah, it is. It has been snowing a bunch here in Alberta today. Is it jinx to point out a player has 2 goals and just needs one more for a hat trick? I don't know. I don't think so. Who has 2 goals? It's -8 today, and it was 20 degrees 2 days ago. Oh my God. That's quite the change of weather. Yep. Yeah, there's been a lot of snowstorms making their way through the prairies. Hyman's out of the lineup, so we're going to have to make up the difference. Yeah, it's got to be by committee. By committee. That's what it has to be here. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to get rid of that. I don't know when puck drop is. I think puck drop's not for another 10 minutes or something. We can take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard as well for everyone if you wanted to see kind of what's been going on in the out-of-town scoreboard. Detroit's about to defeat the Blue Jackets. That is not ideal if you're a Blue Jackets fan. We will take a look at the standings there. Ottawa, this is a big game for them, beating the Lightning. Florida's beating Montreal right now. Montreal looks like they have the net empty, trying to tie it up. Bruins and Hurricanes are tied. The Avalanche are up 3-1 on St. Louis, and the shots are 30-8. Oh my God, what is going on there? The Avalanche are scary, man. When Colorado's on top of their game, they are terrifying to go up against. They outwork you. They outshoot you. They're faster than you. It is terrifying to look at sometimes. Jeez. Philly beat the Devils 5-1, so that keeps the Flyers in a playoff spot right now, which is we'll see how far the Flyers go. That's a team that goes to overtime a lot, just like the Kings do. Later tonight, you have the Ducks against the Predators, you have the Golden Knights against the Canucks, and of course the Oilers against the Mammoth. These games obviously all have playoff implications, standings. There could definitely be a change in where teams are going to be by the end of the night. Are the Blue Jays a U14 team? Oh my God, the Blue Jays, man, they are in one. They are in one right now. It is not ideal as a Jays fan. Let's just say that. It is not ideal. The Blue Jays, oh my God, they did. Are you kidding me? Columbus keeping their playoff hopes alive. They tie the game with 17 seconds left in the third period. That is insane, dude. Columbus sitting at 88 points. That brings them to 89. If they get to 90, well, they're still not going to be in a playoff spot because Philly won. The Ottawa Senators are about to win. But Columbus keeps their playoff hopes alive, man. And the Bruins are about to win as well, I do believe. Or not win, sorry. That game's tied. 5-5. I just jinxed the Bruins. Hey, what's going on, Russian A? Good to see you, my friend. Sorry, I'm kind of more paying attention to what's going on my screen than the actual chat, so I do apologize. I've been ignoring the chat, bro. I'm a bad streamer. I'm sorry. I don't mean it. All right, let us get this scoreboard open here. Give me 1 second here, folks. 1 second. I will get to all the comments. I promise I will get to the comments. I'm just doing a couple of things right now. I'm being a bad streamer. There was a couple of browsers I needed to have open that I just didn't have open and ready to go. So I'm just getting things open on my screen right now. So let's just take care of this. We're going to move this over here. That way I can adjust the score clock in the middle of the game. Right there. Boom. Perfect. All right, here we go. Now I can read the chat again. My apologies for that. We have to win all 5 games. We probably have to win, like if we want first in the division, we probably have to win 4 to the last 5 to be comfortable in a playoff spot. They only really need 2 out of 5 here. But you don't want to allow a losing streak to happen. You do want to make sure that after that loss to Vegas that you do get back in the win column as quickly as possible. Panthers and Habs, dude. The Habs tied it too. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. That is wild. Hey, what's going on, Serge? We all have faith in Savoy. Absolutely. I'm assuming you're referencing the poll that I put up. Savvy Savoy. Szymanski is the healthy scratch. That's right. Dickinson goal tonight. Let's do it. Colton Dock is in the lineup, Bobby. Yeah, that's correct. When is puck drop? About 4 minutes from now. They're about to do the anthems. It's a bit of a later puck drop. Max Jones goal. Let's do it in a 6-4 prediction, says a live bang. I would like that a lot. 4 wins to go. What's going on, Lewis? Or Louie? It could go either way, depending on how to pronounce it. I apologize. Let's do this. Please win, says Spencer. What's going on, Spencer? Gordon says Freddie goal. What's going on, Mr. Doom? What's that? Your hamster, dude. Hamsters are adorable. I love all animals, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I love all animals. 99.9% of animals, I love them. Let's go for an Austin Hockey goal for the game. What's the goal for the game? The goal is obviously to win. Goal on the stream today. Let's do 100 likes on the stream. That's going to be the goal for the live stream today. It's going to be 100 likes. Let's see if we can hit that. If we can hit 100 likes, that would be pretty cool. Did I hear of the baby born at Rogers Place? I did, yeah. Do I like spiders? I'm not particularly fond of them if they're on me or around me, but if they're at a distance, they don't bother me. Why do they say the game starts at 7:30, but puck drop isn't until like 7:50? Why don't they say that? That's because the NHL is dumb. The NHL's dumb. That is my answer. That's all I have for you. The NHL's dumb. I feel like Bouch is going to elevate tonight. I hope so. You think Bouchard, he's 12 points away. 12 points away from 100. Does he get 12 points in the last 5 games of the season? He's going to have to average almost 3 points per game to do it. I don't think he's going to do it, but that would be pretty wild if he did. I love bunny rabbits, dude. I had a bunny rabbit when I was a kid. They are super cute. I love them. A 10-inch spider in my bed, do I like that? I would not like that, no. I can't say I would like that. Just control the neutral zone. Yeah, the Oilers, they don't have to do anything crazy, right? What's going on, iPod? Hat trick this game. You think so? For us or them? Or maybe a double hat trick. Hey, what's going on, Mr. C? Good to see you again, my friend. Jen Cash, good to see you as well. Jari lets us down. Who agrees? Nah, Dark Jari is here. Dark Jari is here tonight. Patty for Henry. Oh my God, that would be wild. What's up, Savage? No, you're good, Coolistic. No worries. Jari's locking in trust. See, I like it. See, the fans, I like the positivity right now. We are bringing really good vibes here. We're bringing in the good vibes before this game starts. That's fantastic. Very own Austin Hockey will score a hat. Maybe in a video game. Maybe I'll score a hat trick in a video game. Not in real life. How many gifted memberships if Henrique gets a hat trick? Oh boy. I don't know. Go Oilers looking for McDavid goal tonight. Let's do it. 50 gifted members. Yeah, I don't have the money for that. That would be wild though. Do I like your profile pic or not? Can I see it? I don't know if I can see it the way the chat pops up on my screen. I can tell it's an Oilers photo with the cream jersey. I can't tell who it is. Just, it's too hard to tell on my, actually, you know what? I can do this. I can just open up your, no, that's a goated picture. I like that a lot. That's a great profile picture. Coolistic. How much memberships at 10,000? I am not giving away any of my plans right now for when we hit 10,000 subscribers. But just know that there will be a pretty big celebration and there will be a fan appreciation giveaway. And it will be multiple giveaways. There will be many things I'm giving away for 10,000. Hey, I appreciate that, Chucky. Thank you. I'm doing good, Flamingo. I'm doing good. We are ready to go. Yeah, Kitty's frozen in time. He is a sleepy boy today. Puck drop very shortly. Yeah, Vejmelka is getting the start for Utah after having been pulled in the last start against Edmonton. And then the Oilers are going to start with the top line out there. Podkolzin, McDavid, and Savoy. And the puck has been dropped. It's going to be dumped in. Well, actually, good job by Ekholm. Prevents the actual dump in there. And that's going to be offside on the Mammoth. About 5 seconds in here. Oh, they got 7 seconds in. Never mind. At Edmonton, I am planning a fan event at some point as well. I'm renting out. I'm not going to rent out Rogers Place. That's not going to happen. I can tell you that right now. That would be crazy, though. But it would be pretty cool to do a live show at like a movie theater one day, like rent out an auditorium and have some fans stop by, do a live fan reaction after and do a Q&A with fans. That's something that I would absolutely be down to do. All right, so puck is back to Bouchard. He'll flip it up to Podkolzin. Podkolzin sends it in deep into the Utah Mammoth zone, and it's poked forward, and here's Colton Dach walks in, and he shoots that, and that goes just wide of the net. Nice job by Colton Dach back in the lineup, and he gets a great opportunity in his first shift back. Oh, and that puck gets by Darnell Nurse, who does a good job to prevent the breakout there for the rush chance. But now here's Cooley. Cooley walks in, steps into the middle, does not pass it. And Cooley's going to play it back to the point. Yo, Nicholas with the $2 super chat. What's going on? Appreciate the $2 super chat, Nicholas. Thank you so much. Puck in the Utah zone. It's going to be skated up the right wing by... I can't see the number. Peterka. I love Sportsnet's stream quality, dude. It's so amazing to see how incredible this quality is, and my vision is so good I can see these numbers perfectly. It's incredible. Here's Peterka, throws a puck towards the Oilers' goal, and it goes wide. Here's a shot from the point. Dursey, and that hits a man in front, does not make it to the goal. Here's a play in front, puck behind the Oilers' goal, and Emberson can't come up with it. Play comes to the point, across the ice. Here's a shot and an early goal from Peterka, 1-0 for the Utah Mammoth. The Oilers were kind of stumbling around their own zone there. They weren't able to get it clear. Puck was sent across the ice, the one-timer by Peterka, and I don't think Tristan Jarry had any idea where that puck even was. But that is a very, very tough start for the Edmonton Oilers. Which line was out there for Edmonton? I know Emberson defensively was out there. They're showing the Colton Dach chance that he put wide of the net. This is not an ideal start. It's the Nugent Hopkins line. Yeah, Nugent Hopkins, Kapanen, Rozovic. That is not an ideal start. That is not an ideal start, folks. All right, so now you have the fourth line out for Edmonton. Jones, Lazar, and Adam Henrique. Well, we'll see if there's any kind of pushback here. Here's Adam Henrique, 2-on-1. Curtis Lazar walks in and he scores. Curtis Lazar. There's Curtis Lazar tying the game. I was half kidding when I said response with the fourth line. So Curtis Lazar, 11 seconds after Peterka makes it 1-0. Curtis Lazar gets a 2-on-1 break with Adam Henrique. Henrique feeds a perfect pass past the defense there. And the Oilers got something out of nothing. That puck came up quickly. Ekholm gave it to Henrique, and I don't know what Utah was doing. And Lazar goes forehand, backhand through the 5-hole of Vejmelka. And both teams now have a goal in their first shot of the game. Incredible. What a goal by Lazar. Great setup there by Adam Henrique. So each team has one shot on goal. Each team has a goal. So we'll see if this 100% shooting percentage continues. Hey, no worries, Liam. I hope you're doing amazing, and I hope your Easter was amazing. All right, there's a high flip to the neutral zone. Curtis Lazar can't quite come up with it after just scoring for Edmonton. So nice to see the fourth line immediately get on the board. Goalie duel. Yeah, exactly. It's a goalie duel, folks. I love that. That's a great response, though. That's really, really good to see from the team that, they're not going to allow one goal to affect them. As soon as the face-off happens after the goal, boom, just do it. All right, so we're going to end the poll. If anyone guessed Curtis Lazar as the first goal scorer for Edmonton, well, you don't win anything, but other than just bragging rights. Why isn't Ingram starting? They're going to give Ingram the start tomorrow because Edmonton does play back-to-back here. So you give Jari the start against the non-divisional team. I think they're giving Connor Ingram the starts against the divisional rivals. Defensive zone draw for Edmonton. Darnell Nurse plays it up the right boards. Matt Savoy drops it back to Nurse, and the Oilers have a 3-on-3. Pud Colson walks in, left circle, stops up, hard rim around. Connor McDavid played that puck to Ekholm, bounced just over his stick, and it looks like Ekholm is out there with Darnell Nurse right now. So we're already seeing a potential change in the defensive pairs, I should say. Oh, and here's a big hit. Wow. I don't know. Yamamoto went down hard there. I don't know who knocked him over. Edmonton does a good job keeping this play alive. Utah trying to get it out. Here's Gunther for Utah. Dylan Gunther sends the puck in behind the Oilers' goal. Matthias Ekholm to Connor McDavid into the middle for Bouchard. Back to McDavid with a ton of speed here, trying to split the defense. Connor McDavid is moving his feet tonight. McDavid 1-on-3 plays it to Bouchard, trying to find Colton Dach. Puck bounces just over his stick. Puck along the half wall. Dach trying to keep the play alive. That'll come to Jason Dickinson now. Dickinson sends it in deep, chases after it. Dickinson behind the Utah goal. He's going to get checked by Schmidt. Trent Frederick in on the face-off, or not the face-off, the forecheck. Sent down the ice, not icing. Ty Emberson picks it up for the Oilers. Puck into the middle for Dickinson, and Dickinson's going to skate it up. He has a step here. Dickinson drives the net. A good save by Vejmelka. Jason Dickinson kind of turned on the Jets there. Turned the wheels on, and yeah, he had the defender beat. He cut in, and nice save by Vejmelka on Dickinson, who went forehand. That's Colton Dach. Number 34 is Colton Dach for the Oilers. What did I miss? You missed a goal by Peterka and then a goal by Curtis Lazar 11 seconds later. Each team, their first shot on net went in. No, Vejmelka's a pretty good goalie, actually. He always gives his team a chance to win. But when he has off nights, they're usually pretty off. It's Teemu Austin Matthews, dude. That's so funny. Manifesting a Trent Frederick goal. Let's do it. Here's the Nugent Hopkins line out for Edmonton. Desperately need some offense from Nugent Hopkins, especially at 5-on-5. Here's Rosvik, sends the puck around the boards. Hey, what's going on, Doug? Hope your Easter was great. Let's go, Oilers. Hey, I hope your Easter was also great. Nugent Hopkins fights for the puck now. Plays it to the point. Here's Murphy, a shot towards the goal. Doesn't quite make it there, and that puck goes up into the netting, and there will be a whistle. There will be a whistle. Manifesting a Tristan Jarry goal. That's amazing. Hey, I appreciate that, Sarge. Appreciate that. Yeah, everyone's feeds is always ahead of mine. Streaming games on Sportsnet. What the hell happened? My screen just turned off. Not sure. I lost one of my monitors. One of my monitors is just blank right now. I'm going to have to fix that on the next commercial break here. Yeah, Kitty's here. Kitty is hanging out. Here's Adam Henrique. Cycles the puck behind his own net. Evan Bouchard up the right boards. Nobody there for Edmonton, but Jones does push it forward, and Edmonton almost had a 2-on-1 again. This fourth line for Edmonton already looking to get engaged. Here's Curtis Lazar trying to cut through the middle of the ice. He loses it, and here comes Utah now. Here's Tanev with a shot that goes off the outside of the net. And a play across to Jones. Puck into the neutral zone. The Oilers lose possession. Utah bring it back in. Schmaltz is going to be offside. So 1 second, folks. Okay. I don't know what happened there, but my monitor is back on. Like the pants, thanks. What is that NHL score counter behind you? That is a Divum Pixel. I forget what it's called. It's a Divum Pixel something. I got it off Amazon. You can program it to sync NHL scores. You can program it to sync your social media channels to it. There's a whole bunch of things you can do. And right now I just have the out of town scoreboard up there. Hey, I'm doing good. Kyle, how are you doing? Welcome back, my friend. How many saves have we made? So far, Jari has faced one shot, and he has not made a save yet. And Vejmelka has faced 2 shots and has made 1 save. Stop watching. He's ahead. He's going to spoil it. I don't mind. I try not to pay attention to chat during the game, but in the playoffs, I will have chat hidden at all times unless there is whistles. During regular season games, I do like to try and keep engagement up even during the play. Here's Wallman now. He'll play it up to Trent Frederick as the Oilers look to get a breakout out of their zone. Nice job by Utah getting that puck out of trouble. They're going to reset here. They'll bring it in. Here come the Utah Mammoth. A centering attempt by Carcone. Carcone was brought down by Emberson. I think kind of looked back at the ref. Thought that maybe there could have been a call, but not quite. Sportsnet 360 on Prime is black screen no matter what I do. That is wild. I don't know what's wrong with Sportsnet, man. I secretly want a Jari win. Could you imagine the Oilers give up literally like 3 shots on goal? He gives up 3 goals and they win 4-3. Good old-fashioned battle for mid-ice. Yep. Yeah, both teams doing a good job keeping each other to the outside. Getting sticks in the lanes. There's a puck around the boards. Edmonton will get that puck in deep. Nugent Hopkins and Rozovic. Puck off of Rozovic's skate. That's going to be skated out of trouble by the Mammoth. Here's Cooley now. Flips it forward. Yamamoto chases after it. Darnell Nurse steals it from Yamamoto. Cuts off his former teammate along the wall. And Connor Murphy trying to play that puck up the middle of the ice. And that goes off his stick and way out of play. And we'll have our first commercial break here. First commercial break of the evening. Oh, that's cool, Serge. That's really cool. I like that. What's going on, Anthony? How you doing? I appreciate that, Elliot. Subscribe to the channel, folks. Yeah, we are getting very close to 10,000 subscribers. Maybe we can hit 9,800 today. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty darn cool. But I do know we will hit 10,000 probably around game 1 of the playoffs. That's kind of what I'm estimating. What's going on, Lazy Edits? Too broke for sports. It's expensive, man. It's expensive. They increase the price of Sportsnet every year, and I feel like the quality of the product just gets less and less. What does a membership do? So if you become a member to the channel, there's 3 different tiers. I highly recommend just getting like the lowest tier, just called the Locker Room. I think it's like $2.99 Canadian a month. That one, I mean, all the tiers, you get custom badges, you get custom emotes that you can use. Your comments are usually highlighted on videos and streams where I can prioritize them for engagement. I try and make sure I'm engaging with everyone, though. It's not like if you don't pay, I don't engage, obviously. But yeah, you get the custom. The big thing that fans like are the custom emotes. And then, of course, the more members there are, the more emote slots unlock. So the more emotes that I can keep uploading for people. One time, Lazar had more goals than McDavid. Oh, yeah, Lazar did score before McDavid did, right? Where's your custom emote? So if you click the emote, like when you go to chat, there should be a smiley face. If you click that, you will see a thing that says Austin Hockey, and then you'll see all the emotes that I've uploaded to the channel that you can use. There's a whole bunch of them you can use. I think I miss Janmark. No, we're not going to be. We're not saying that, are we? We're not in the missing Janmark stage of the season. It can't happen yet. It can't happen. I will accept that when the playoffs start. Right now, no, we can't do it. Just kidding. You can miss Matthias Janmark. It's fine. I also miss Matthias Janmark. You only watch the game through the live stream. There you go, Darkle. There's actually a lot of people that like can't watch games. They get blacked out, so they have to tune into the stream, right? Hey, I appreciate that, Rowan. What's going on, Magna? How you doing? Mammoth are a very fast team. What if Janmark gets 69 goals per season? That would be unbelievable. Oh, man, and there's a high sticking penalty coming up to Utah here. Looks like Clayton Keller is going to go to the box. The Oilers are going to get a power play. They have a chance to get this power play maybe up and running here. Just going to be a 2-minute power play. Curtis Lazar looks like he's okay. No blood drawn. You believe the Oilers lost already? Whoa, Andrew, what? What do you mean? It's a 1-1 game. We're vibing. Yeah, regional blackouts are dumb. The league wants to grow the game. Let as many eyes as possible watch games. Blackouts are stupid, especially in 2026. All right. Offensive zone face-off. Connor McDavid's going to take it for Edmonton. Linesman says, let's redo that. I didn't feel like dropping it. Now I do. Utah wins the face-off. Puck is sent around the boards. And the puck is behind the Oilers' goal. Tristan Jarry now leaves it for Evan Bouchard. Edmonton's power play has been abysmal in the absence of Leon Draisaitl. Here's Connor McDavid. Walks through a couple of defense. Look at McDavid walk in. Oh, my God. Connor McDavid. That is an unbelievable goal. He literally skated through the entire defense. He walks in tight, goes backhand, forehand, and he beats Vejmelka in tight. I don't even know how he creates space that fast. It is 2-1 for the Oilers. What a goal for McDavid. He just blew by everybody. And yeah, that's unbelievable, man. Listen, if that's how the power play is going to be without Draisaitl, why not? Let's let that happen. What a goal from Connor McDavid, man. Wow. He just skated through everybody. Cole went down on one knee to block the potential pass, and McDavid says, you know what? I'm not passing this. I'm putting this in the net. That is a ridiculous goal, even for McDavid standards. So that is a 2-1 Oilers lead, and we're only 9 minutes into this game. You did call it, Kulistic. That is pure McDavid magic on the power play. Pure McDavid magic. Here's Trent Frederick now, as the Oilers are looking to maybe get on top of Vejmelka again. They did chase Vejmelka in their last meeting, and they already have 2 goals on the first 3 shots of this game, although I don't know how you blame Vejmelka on that one. That is unreal, man. What's going on, Danny? Darnell Nurse keeps the puck alive. Sent in behind the Utah goal, and Colton Dach has been assertive in this game already. He's already had a couple chances. He's in on the forecheck right now. Shot towards the goal, and that's stopped by Vejmelka in his equipment. Not sure if he totally saw the whole thing, and he's going to hang on to it. Not even surprised that's just what McDavid does. True. Yeah, Tristan Jarry gets an assist. Yeah, he did. And Evan Bouchard is 89th, his 89th point of the season. So Evan Bouchard, I mean, like I said, Bouchard would have to average almost 3 points per game the rest of the way just to hit 100. I don't think he does it. But wow, what a goal for McDavid. Here's a play into the middle of the ice. I mean, there's nobody better than Connor McDavid. You did call it, Liam. You did call it. Yeah, there's always like, the media likes to create these arguments like, oh, is Kucherov better? Is McKinnon better? And like, they obviously are incredible players. We're very lucky to watch them. But nobody is as good as Connor McDavid. They're just not. That's legitimately just reality here. Connor McDavid is in a league, like he makes things look like, he makes the league look like he's just playing on easy mode. What he can do, man, is just unreal. He has a better opportunity to hit 100 without Hyman and Draisaitl in the lineup, to be fair. Well, if he's the one that's helping produce goals, sure. But my argument is, if we had Hyman and Draisaitl in the lineup, that is more chances for him to get the puck to someone who can score a goal, right? That would be my argument. Never underestimate the Boosh bomb. That's true. Maybe Bush has a 6-point night up his sleeve like he did against Washington. Next year, 100 points for Bush. Maybe. Only 7 defensemen have ever done it. It's a very, very rare achievement. What's going on, Everett? Our defense worries me tonight. Does it? I'm not worried. I think the defense has been solid so far in the first period. Hey, what's going on, Bubsy? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Always a pleasure. Hope you had an amazing weekend. McDavid makes the NHL looks like Sunday practice. Jari's an offensive weapon. That he is. Wait, what's going on with Raccoon? What's happening? I don't understand. What have I missed here? Right? That move was nuts, man. What Connor McDavid can do. I want a Jari goalie goal. Well, maybe you'll get your wish one day. I mean, didn't he score a goal a couple years ago? Tristan Jari. I'm pretty sure he missed or he scored a goal a couple years ago. That would be crazy, Gordon. Who wins the Norris? Asks Hockey Bench. It's probably going to go to Werenski or Seider. Moritz Seider from Detroit, Zach Werenski from the Columbus Blue Jackets. Who do I think it should go to? Obviously, I'm biased. I think it should go to Evan Bouchard, but obviously the award is not for most points for a defenseman. It's best overall defenseman, right? Both ends of the ice. Trying to reset the old metabolism before the unk curve hits me. What's up, Rowan? McDavid casually dropped 64 goals one season and said, I'd rather go for assists and still gets 3 straight 100 points. Yeah, that's true. I also feel like McDavid was it last year he only had, I forget how many goals he had, but he had over 100 assists. Here's a shot towards Tristan Jari, and now there's some rough stuff after the whistle here. Crowd's getting kind of rowdy. Jake Wallman doesn't look like he's too concerned about what's happening there, so. Think you're a few months older than me? Yeah, I'm also a 93. I was 93 born. Back in my day, back in the 90s. Kids these days will never know the magic of the 1990s. Any power play luck tonight? Connor McDavid, I just implore you to watch the highlight of McDavid's power play goal. I'm not even going to spoil it. Just watch what he did on the power play tonight for Edmonton. McDavid fight tonight? Oh, no. McDavid will only fight if Leon Draisaitl's in the lineup and he's protecting his boy. 86. There you go, Jen Cash. 90s, holy unk, I'm 0-4. Here's Utah. They're getting in on the forecheck right now. Puck being cycled around the boards. Sent up the ice. And here's Dursey. Skates it forward. Through the neutral zone. Stick handles by a couple of Oilers. Drop pass. Shot on goal. And a stop by Tristan Jari. By Jari on Carconi there. It's we're all talking about what year we were all born. That's funny. Here's a puck down low, back to the point. Utah keeping it alive. Peterka, who scored the goal for Utah, cycles it deep into the Oilers zone. Adam Henrique trying to come up with it. How has Nuge been so far? He's been quiet. He was on the ice for Utah's goal against. That line couldn't get the puck out. So Columbus and Montreal won their games in overtime. Man, good for Columbus. They are just hanging in there. Yeah, Pittsburgh legitimately could make it. Probably will make it. But we'll have to see. Here's Weegar down low. Tip towards the Oilers' goal, and Tristan Jari emphatically catches that one in his glove. Puck was going 2 miles an hour, but hey, I appreciate the emphatic wave of the glove there. Been an Oil fan since 84. I wish I could have seen the Oil in the 80s, man. This game how is it not worth watching? This game has playoff implications, standing implications. And these are two good teams. Well, good. Depends what you define as good. These are two teams that match up well together and create some fun and excitement. Nuge will look the same when he retires. Exactly. Here's a puck that goes high and out of play. 7:50 to go here in the first period. If Penguins meet the Flyers, it's going to be a war. Yep. Oh, I know, Floppa. I know the Jays have stunk this season. The Jays have a lot of injuries. They have a lot of illness going around that room. But also their plate discipline is not very good right now. A lot of things that made them successful last season, they're just not doing so far this year. I did hear about that, Colby. I did hear about that. The drink tonight is a 0% Guinness. It is Guinness, 0% beer, non-alcoholic Guinness. I had a couple during Easter weekend, and I went, wow, these are pretty tasty. I want to have them during a hockey game now. So I went and bought some today. How did McDavid score? An incredible individual effort on the power play. Highly recommend you watch the highlight. Here's a play in front. What a save by Tristan Jarry. That puck was in the... that's an incredible save in the slot. Tristan Jarry with a great, great save there as Utah now up to 8-4 in shots. So Edmonton's got to get going here. You watch the Oilers in the WHA. That was quite a while ago. But that just means you got to watch some incredible history. And just like us right now watching history with, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl and the historic production that these guys bring, right? Here's Schmaltz. He stick handles his way into the Oilers zone, drops it for Keller. Keller on his forehand, gets by McDavid. Nice job by McDavid to steal that, and he'll skate it up the ice. He's 1-on-2. Connor McDavid looking to get by Schmaltz. Sends it across the ice. Almost found Ekholm, but that puck went off of a defender's skate and out of the zone. Here's Lawson Krause now against Podkolzin. Moves it up to Keller. Keller chips the puck into the middle to himself for a moment. Nice job by Bouchard to grab that. He'll give it to Ekholm. Back to Bouchard. Here's Kapanen. Sorry, that was Podkolzin who made the good defensive play, not Evan Bouchard. Puck in the Utah zone, but Utah's going to do a good job to skate this out of trouble already. Here's Dursey, gets it up to Peterka. Peterka to Dursey with a shot, and that goes high and over the net. Puck will come to the blue line, sent in deep. Ty Emberson trying to find Jake Wallman with it. Along the half wall now comes to Peterka. He sends it across the ice. A couple bodies fall in front of Jarry. Crowd wants a call. There's none forthcoming. Here's Peterka. Walks into the right circle across the ice. What a play by Kapanen. He knocks it down with his stick, and the Oilers might have a bit of a rush here. Here comes Nugent Hopkins. Left circle. Shoots, and he scores! Ryan Nugent Hopkins. He makes it 3-1 for Edmonton. Off the rush. And what a play by Kapanen. The centering attempt by Utah. Kapanen knocked it down with his stick, and then he sends it across to Nugent Hopkins, and he just fires his patented wrister from the left circle, and that beats Vejmelka on the glove side. What a shot by Nugent Hopkins, and it's a 5-on-5 goal. Blocker side. Beats Vejmelka blocker side, because Vejmelka catches with his right hand, blocker with his left. Incredible. Yo, I got a Twitch sub. Holy smoke. Hold on. Return my mind. What's going on? Thank you for the subscription on Twitch. I appreciate that. I was not expecting that. I don't get a lot of those on Twitch. So, playoff beard incoming. I will be shaving just before the playoffs start. It's going to be clean right before the playoffs start. And then that way, as the playoffs go, it's like an organic, right? Oh, there you go. Nice. Well, I appreciate that. Your electronic, no, it's all good, Liam. No worries. No worries at all. The Oilers have a 3-1 lead. Nugent Hopkins with a fantastic goal. I called him out in the pregame report today, and now Utah trying to bang away at a rebound in the blue paint, and Tristan Jarry, he stands his ground. And then there's some rough stuff now. Nurse is tangled up. Adam Henrique is having a little dance with, looks like Clayton Keller by the side of the net. Looks like they're going to have a nice little conversation. They're probably asking each other where they're going for dinner at the end of the game. Well, that's always nice when you see them being really friendly on the ice with each other. Too old for Twitch. Tweet. What am I tweeting? Smash the like button. Yeah, exactly. How are you 30 seconds behind, Kyle? I couldn't tell you, man. Skill issue. Probably skill issue, right? That's what we're going to go with. Oh, that's right. Yeah, well, I actually broke that not tweeting again until Nugent Hopkins scores rule because Adam Henrique ended up scoring. So I ended up breaking that. I have been tweeting since then. So we want Utah first round, right? I am superstitious about being I want a specific team. I don't like doing that because it's always a be careful what you wish for kind of situation. Yo, Brecken with the membership. Welcome to the locker room. Enjoy the badge next to your name. Enjoy your custom emotes. I hope you enjoy, and I appreciate you becoming a member of the locker room. Thank you so much. That's a big thumbs up from me. Was it 0% after one goal, 33% after? So what you're saying is SGL, his save percentage keeps going up, right? That's a good thing. My apologies, Gordon. I'm trying to catch up. I mean, we got a lot of viewers in here already. We're over 200 viewers right now, concurrent, so chat does move quickly. I'm also simultaneously streaming on Twitch, so if I do miss comments, it is never intentional, right? If I miss something that you say, it's never intentional. Nuge heard your doubt and answered. Beautiful, beautiful. Yo, and Thunders Productions is back with another gifted membership. It looks like Sodium Poisoning gets the gifted membership from Thunders Productions. So thank you so much for the gifted membership. Thunders Productions, by the way, gifts memberships pretty much every single stream. So if you do get one from Thunders, make sure you send your thanks because Thunders is an absolute GOAT, top tier, always in a giving mood, and I truly appreciate that. You're not liking what? Spud, what's going on? You're not liking the stream? Have to live tweet a game for a class assignment. That's kind of neat. I show speed is in WWE. That's not surprising to me. All right, off the offensive zone faceoff, shot towards the Oilers' goal. Jari sends that puck into the corner. Matthias Ekholm back up to Savoy. Ekholm around the boards, plays it back to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard into the middle. Oh, that was really scary, but the Oilers do get a clear out of the zone. Puck sent in behind the Utah goal. Connor McDavid, that puck got by him. Ekholm to McDavid along the half wall. McDavid trying to center it out in front to Podkolzin. Bouchard keeps it alive. Connor McDavid now on his, what a pass to Bouchard at the point. He'll give it to Ekholm, left circle. Ekholm behind the net, centers it out in front, and I think he out the outside of the post. I don't know what that was. I don't know how that stayed out. Yo, Thunders with another gifted membership. Thank you so much. And here's I don't know. Looks like Bouchard's going to go to the box here. They just blew the whistle. Thank you for the gifted membership to Samuel Popovich from Thunders. Appreciate that. So Evan Bouchard's gone to the penalty box here. Not sure what he did. Let's see if Sportsnet will actually show it. Puck. Yeah, it's interference. Bouchard didn't make a play on the puck. That's a tough one. If you don't make an attempt on the puck, they're going to call you. It looks weak, but you got to make a play on that puck. That's just if Bouchard had went for if he had turned, made a play with the puck, and then kind of got in Yamamoto's way, they wouldn't have called that. Again, considering what they let go most games, it's not a good call. But by the definition of the rule, technically it is a penalty. I don't know. Let's see if the Oilers penalty kill can kill this one off. McDavid might be good, just a thought. Maybe. Yeah, it looks bad, right? Considering how much shoving happens in games and pick plays and guys trying to block each other from getting a path. Here's Sergachev. He'll send it across to Gunther. Right circle now as Utah looks to get set up. Here's Cooley to Keller. Keller to Cooley. Cooley, right circle. Keller, right circle. Along the half wall, stick handling around Dickinson. Plays it to the point. Sergachev across the ice. One-timer by Gunther and a good save by Jari. And then Jari went down. I don't know if there was contact or if he just lost balance. Here's Darnell Nurse with a hard rim around the boards. And that puck does not get out. But nice job by Dickinson. He gets that clear attempt. So that is sent down into the Utah zone. Shots are 11-7 in favor of the Mammoth. 57 seconds left in the power play for the Utah Mammoth here. Here's Lawson Krause. He'll enter the Oilers zone. Here's Kerfoot around the boards. Peterka, who scored for Utah on their first shot of the game. Here's Weegar at the point. Weegar to Peterka. Peterka stumbles for a moment. Here's Kerfoot now. Pressure. Emberson shoves him to the boards. Around to Peterka. Back to Weegar. To Peterka. Left point. Weegar, middle of the ice. To Lawson Krause now. Right circle. Down low. In front, Lawson Krause with a shot. The give and go, and he puts it over the net. Here's Peterka for the Utah Mammoth. He'll send it back. Here's Carcone now. Makes a couple of moves. No, what a stick by Wallman. Great stick by Wallman. That will clear the rest of the penalty as the Oilers make the kill. 1-for-1 on the kill. 1-for-1 on the power play. Special teams, very important. Is Colton Dach playing? Yes, he is. He's on the third line tonight with Dickinson and Frederick. So good penalty kill for the Oilers. Yeah, Tristan Jarry did get an assist on McDavid's goal. His assist was giving the puck to Bouchard, who gave it to McDavid, who did all the work for it. And there's a play offside. Offside on the Mammoth. There is 1:20 to play here in the first period. So a very good first period for Edmonton. I think they've given up a few too many shots. I'm very curious to know what the high danger chances are. I do feel like Utah's had a couple of really good looks here. Jari's had to make a couple good saves. Utah missed the net a couple times. 1:20 to play here. Let's see if the Oilers can get out of this one. Here's Evan Bouchard. He'll hard rim it into the Utah zone. Colton Dach, he's trying to come up with it. Puck goes off a skate. Jason Dickinson applies some pressure. Utah does manage to get it out of trouble. Here's Dursey now. Oh, man. Schmaltz overskated it. Dickinson sends it in deep. 54 seconds left in the first period. What's the current Bouch point tally? Bouchard is at 89 points. Here's Yamamoto. Gets it in deep. Murphy. He's knocked down in the corner. And Darnell Nurse comes in and throws a hard hit. And here comes McDavid. McDavid with a ton of speed. He'll give it to Podkolzin across the ice. Oh, no, Podkolzin. Just shoot that, my man. Trying to send that across. It's behind the Utah goal. Savoy can't come up with it. Utah makes it through the middle of the ice. Yamamoto now. Into the Oilers zone to Gunther. Gunther on his backhand towards the Oilers goal. Tristan Jarry blockers it away. Here's Savoy. He'll just kill the rest of the clock here, and the Oilers are going to head to the second period with a 2-goal lead. So, good period. Good period for the Oilers, right? I would say that is a very successful period of hockey from Edmonton. We will take a look at what happened that period. Coming up, yo, Mikey, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime subscription on Twitch. I do need to upload more custom emotes on Twitch. I should upload the YouTube emotes that I have onto Twitch. That way, it's the same emotes that people can use. Great first period. Let's take a look at what happened. We are going to open up the box score here. We'll go to the game center. Box score summary. We'll take a look at the Edge visualizer for Peterka. He scored the first goal for Utah. This puck ended up coming across. It was a cross-ice pass. Tristan Jarry just kind of lost where he was in his crease. We will watch Peterka's goal very quickly. It was a defensive breakdown. Kapanen couldn't apply pressure in time. Nugent Hopkins, he's just kind of wandering around the ice. It was a bad start for Edmonton. It was a bad start for the Oilers, but Curtis Lazar gets it back literally 11 seconds later off the faceoff. Bouchard across to Ekholm, and then the defensive breakdown for Utah here. The Oilers, they created a 2-on-1 out of almost nothing, and then Lazar goes to his backhand through the legs of Amelka to make it a 1-1 game. That is Lazar's fourth goal of the season. And then watch this goal from Connor McDavid. I know I can't show the actual highlight, but Bouchard is going to drop it, and McDavid, he just decides to do everything on his own. He dipsies, he doodles, he gets by 2 defenders, 3 defenders in on his own, and he puts it in the far side on Vejmelka along the ice. Assist to Bouchard and Tristan Jarry with his first assist of the season. What a great goal from Connor McDavid. The individual effort on the power play. And then Ryan Nugent-Hopkins finally, oh my God, Nuge finally scored a 5-on-5 goal. I called him out in the pregame report. If you take a look at the keys to the game, I said players to watch. Nuge has just 2 5-on-5 goals in his last 18 games played, and he must have heard the message because he scores his 19th of the season. And what a play by Kapanen. He knocks the centering a pass down in his own zone. He skates it up, waits for a lane. Rozovic pushes the defender back, and then Nugent-Hopkins, he beats Vejmelka on that blocker side. The patented Nuge wrister, 3-1 for Edmonton. Penalties in that period. Keller, 2 minutes for high sticking Lazar. Bouchard, 2 minutes for interference on Yamamoto. And if we take a look at the box stats, face-off percentage, the Oilers won 2 more face-offs, or 55% in that period. Power play, Edmonton 1 for 1, Utah 0 for 1. Hits 12-10 in favor of the Oilers. Block shots 2-2. And McDavid with the 970 in Super Chat. He's one incredibly gifted individual. We are so lucky to have him. Absolutely. Also, thank you so much for the 970. Is that euros? If that's 970 in euros, then that's like $20 Canadian. So thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. It's possible. It seems like when I call certain players out, they do end up producing. Giveaways 6-3 in favor of Utah. Takeaways 1-0. If we take a look at the time on ice, Savoy actually led forwards in time on ice with 6:44. McDavid 6:32. And then Max Jones, he played the least amount, but he still played 3:46. And look at Max Jones with the solid +2 rating. Max Jones is a +2. So keep playing this guy. Good things happen when he's on the ice. Shoot on his blocker. Yep. The Oilers, they can expose goaltenders sometimes, especially on the blocker side. You and Draisaitl are best friends. There you go, Nicole. What happened to the Canadians doing the Olympics? What do you mean? The Canadians were in the Olympics. Jarry has a 909 save percentage, by the way. And then we will take a look at the advanced stats. I do want to know who had the edge in the high danger chances. Looks like it's pretty dead even here. Connor McDavid's individual, it's pretty much 50-50. What was McDavid's expected goal? That shot's expected goal was 0. So almost a full expected goal just for Connor McDavid. Look at that. Look at that straight up vertical line for Connor McDavid. That's hysterical, dude. That's too funny. They did lose, Andrew. They did lose. It's been like a month and a half. I think most of us are over it. I would hope most of us are over it. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here. Colorado's up 3-1 on St. Louis. Calgary and Dallas are tied 3-3. Look at the shots in this one, 19-14. That must be an absolute barn burner to watch. That must be incredibly exciting for the fans. Holy smokes. Predators, Ducks tied at 0. Golden Knights and Canucks tied at 0. But as long as if the Oilers win tonight, they remain in first place in the Pacific no matter what. Doesn't matter what happens in the out-of-town scoreboard. And we take a look at the standings here. Boston is now at 96 points. Not quite out of the woods yet for Boston. They have been really struggling. They've been losing a lot lately. Of course, Boston's my second favorite team, so that's why I'm talking about them. But enough about the Bruins. Here's the Western Conference. Edmonton, Anaheim, Vegas, Utah, LA currently hold the playoff spots here. And, of course, Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota, who have all actually locked up a playoff spot. They have those X's next to their name. The Oilers looking to get an X next to their name in the next, well, hopefully by the end of this week. They win 2 out of the next 3 games. They'll probably have that X next to their name. We'll find out, though. We'll see. It literally shot the expected goals for up a whole integer. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's so funny. Too funny, folks. All right, I'm going to take a quick little break here. There's about 10 minutes left in the intermission, so I should get that set up. We're going to reset. We'll set the timer to 9 minutes. First intermission. Here we go. Here we go, folks. I will be right back. Just taking a quick little break. Enjoy hanging out with Chair. Enjoy hanging out with Kitty. Make sure we treat Kitty with the utmost respect. And yeah, if you have access to the emote, spam the Chair. We know how much you all love the Chair. We're back. You think if I ask really politely, Pepsi or Coke would sponsor me? Like if I just ask like really nicely. If I'm like, hey, what do you think? Gonna reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of summer for sure. I'm gonna hit 10,000 subscribers during the first round of the playoffs, if not before that. We're currently tracking to hit 10,000 around the middle of April, maybe the like latter half of April. Jari locking in, absolutely. Yeah, that was a good first period for him. Owen Michaels, I don't know anything about him. I honestly just don't know anything about him. Vimelka has cool AF pads. He does. I love goalie equipment, man. Hey, what's going on, Daniel? Happy Tuesday to you, my friend. I think they'd admire the confidence and then say no. All right, we've moved on to Pepsi Zero Sugar now. That's what we're moving on to. We hit 100 likes. All right, perfect. Maybe another like 40. Another 40. If you haven't hit the like button on the stream yet, let's do it. Coles and goal incoming. I hope you're right. It's payday today. Let's go, Dr. Sandwich. We love payday. Wait, payday on a Tuesday? Today's Tuesday, right? You getting paid on a Tuesday? What's that all about? Were the Oilers undefeated with the reverse retro 1.0 jerseys? I honestly don't remember Coolistic. That was 2021, and Unk's brain doesn't remember a lot of that. Do you drink anything as long as it's zero sugar? There's a lot that I drink, and it doesn't exclusively have to be zero sugar. I just prefer the zero sugar options. I used to drink way too much sugar. Like the energy drinks I used to drink had a boatload of sugar. I used to drink pop every day that had sugar in it. Like it was just too much. It was too much. I didn't need that much sugar. So one of the big like things that I did in 2022, and part of it was my cardiologist telling me to lose a little bit of weight, was honestly just cut sugar out of the diet, or a lot of the sugar. I still have things that have sugar in them, like cereal, granola, oatmeal, stuff like that, but I just don't like go crazy with it. Haven't had a Pepsi in over 3 years. There you go. Oh, that sucks, Yan. I hope your job luck turns around, my friend. I have been in that position numerous times, and it is the least amount of fun imaginable. I hope it turns around quickly for you. Mountain Dew Voltage Raspberry today. There you go. That sounds delicious. There's a zero sugar brick. I actually like how much zero sugar options there are of like a lot of things now. That makes me very happy. Some spicy ramen noodles. I could go for some ramen. Man. Oh, I love fruit as well. I bought a bunch of blueberries today, raspberries, bananas. Got winter interview for a job that already had an internal hire. I was overqualified. I hate that. Overqualified. I hate companies that are like that. They do. No, you're 100% right. They 100% do. That's brutal, man. Your friend said that the Leafs would win like this year or like next season coming up. Yeah, stay away from energy drinks, kids. Or at least stay away from the high sugar energy drinks like Red Bull Original, Monster, Rockstar. There are energy drinks that have like much less chemicals in them, no sugar, that aren't that bad for you. So everything in moderation, of course. You think we're going to get TJ Hughes, Nicholas? That'd be pretty cool. I like that idea. Lock it up, whether it's the division or a playoff spot, and then get some of these kids in, see what they look like. Hey, what's going on, Reese? No worries, my friend. Might need to hit the rig and bird. Oh, man. I'm not cut out for work like that. I'm very comfortable doing my own thing in this office. I'm very lucky to do what I do. I literally can't do what I do without all of your support, by the way. So thank you all. Peace Tea. I never heard of that Coolistic. I don't know what that is. Think we got Utah's backup in net for the set. Did they pull Vejmelka again? Oh my God. I haven't seen yet. The broadcast is just coming back on. Would purposely granny change cashiers for Peace Tea using 5-cent coins. They just let us go for free because they'd lose. What? What? I've never heard of that. Better to have pop than energy drinks. Yeah, it depends on the energy drink. Just depends. Like, I think that Celsius brand energy drink is okay for you. Like I said, as long as you're not drinking like more than one a day. Still haven't got a membership, and you were one of my first few subscribers. That's true. Have you ever like gotten like a gifted membership? I feel like you've got a gifted membership before. Listen, if I could choose, like if I could like individually pick someone to get a membership when I gift them, I would make sure that, you know, someone like yourself would get one, because you have been around literally since the beginning of my channel. Like, what was it, 100 subscribers or something? I know Reese is also a very early subscriber as well. Hey, thanks, Aleko. Yeah, I will make some kind of formal announcement about being affiliated with BioSteel, which is pretty cool. It's something that when it comes to like sponsorships and stuff, I just want to make sure that I'm not interrupting content with ad reads and stuff. Like, my content, I don't want it to change a lot. Anytime I mention, like, if I do get partnerships or sponsors, I'm hoping to have at the very end of videos. That way, everyone that's watching, like, they're not going to get interrupted in the middle of a video. That's something I just don't want to do. That's right, Coolistic. Yeah, you as well. Am I going to celebrate any of my channel's anniversaries? Probably like when I hit 5 years on YouTube. That's probably something that I'll celebrate, because that's a pretty big milestone. You were my 1,294th subscriber. I'm surprised you know that, Dolo. That's awesome. From Riverview, New Brunswick, your channel's great for everything Oilers. Hey, I appreciate that, Shane. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. Did my channel grow the most this year? Yeah, like the playoffs, basically April 2025 to today, the growth on the channel has been unbelievable. Like, it's been very quick, much faster than I thought it would grow. Exactly, Floppa. Yeah, there's going to be like a good balance. And of course, I will make sure I'm getting feedback from the fans as well. If anything ever seems like it's just like too in your face, I want people to let me know so that I don't do that. Because I'm focusing on content first, right? What I'm doing is more important to me than the sponsors. But it is pretty cool that there are a few that have reached out lately. So that's very fun. I saw that, Liam. Yeah, the Jays are having a tough one right now. Oh, I imagine, Gordon. I imagine the sub count will climb very quickly during the playoffs if the Oilers go on a bit of a run. Here's a shot towards the net. Oh, and Kapanen, he tried to go behind Vejmelka, and I think Kapanen may have just kind of overskated it. I'm not sure what happened there. He had a wide open net, and he just missed. Oh, Kapanen, that was so close. So close, Kapanen. It was off the face-off. He got in tight. If he could have just got that puck back to his forehand, but the puck ended up under the pad of Vejmelka. He just couldn't corral it. He got the rebound, and yeah, I tried to bring it quickly to his forehand on that back door, but Vejmelka's pad swallowed it up. McKinnon did. Oh, no. Poor Kapanen. That was a close one, though. Cappy McKinnon's it. That's brutal. Kasperi missed the net. Oh, no. Here's Rosvik. He'll cycle the puck along the half wall. Kapanen with it. Down low to Nugent Hopkins. He's fighting for that puck against Gunther now. Rosvik comes up with it. Here's Ekholm. He'll give it to Bouchard. Bouchard overskates it. And you may have a break here for Cooley. Cooley one-on-one. And what a defensive play by Matthias Ekholm. Wow. What a defensive play by Ekholm, who he got back. He cut the lane off from Cooley. Didn't allow the breakaway and then poked the puck off of his stick. That is fantastic. Thank you, Matthias Ekholm. Thank you for being incredible at defense and allowing your partner, Evan Bouchard, to sometimes make mistakes. Bouchard just tried to walk into the middle. It was a good read there. Cooley walks in, and what a poke check by Matthias Ekholm, man. That is fantastic. Cooley had the step on him, too. But Ekholm has that long reach. What player do I hate the most? Hate is a very strong word. There are players that I dislike heavily. But to not derail the potential chat and vibes of the stream, I'm not going to answer that one. I'm going to keep that to myself for now. I'm sure a few of you can guess, but I'm not going to outright say anything tonight. Here's Colton Dach. He loses the puck, and Utah will send it back up the ice. Off of Peterka's stick, behind the Oilers' net. Jari around the boards, into the middle, and just out of the reach of Colton Dach, who, I mean, how tall is Colton Dach? He looks like a monster out there. He looks like he's like 6'5", dude. What player do I love the least? There are some players that I think just don't have respect for the game or fans, and players that bother me, but that's their job, and they want me to say their names, and I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to get clipped and have the engagement tonight. We're focusing on a good game of hockey right now. I do dislike Gudas. Gudas is one of the players that I dislike for various reasons. Not just from the Olympics with Gudas, but, you know, sticking his knee out on Austin Matthews is not cool, dude. Here's Keller across the ice to Cooley. Cooley on his backhand. Keller trying to send it in front. That's going to come to Vasily Podkolzin. Podkolzin with Savoy. Has McDavid cutting to the net. Here's Savoy trying to center it behind the goal. Comes around to Evan Bouchard. Down low behind the Utah goal. Here's a play in front to Savoy. He's trying to bring it back to his forehand. Couldn't get a shot off. And here comes Cooley. Cooley's, nice defensive play by Bouchard. And Ekholm sends it up the ice. Nice pass to McDavid. He cuts into the middle. McDavid waits. Here's McDavid, drops it. Ekholm doesn't shoot. The Oilers are passing a lot. Here's Podkolzin to Bouchard. Why does nobody want to shoot the puck? Oh, they had numerous chances to shoot. McDavid out in the middle. Here's a deflection in front by Ekholm and a good save by Vejmelka. And Utah will send that down the ice. That's going to be icing on the Mammoth. The Oilers had a few looks where they could have maybe threw a puck towards the net, and they might be passing a little bit too much right now. Frederick versus Gudas fight. That'd be a good fight. Chuck has been known to turtle in the past, especially against the Oilers. What jersey of another team do you like? I'm a big fan I like the colors of the Chicago Blackhawks jerseys. I think they look really nice. I like their road jerseys specifically. Most original 6 jerseys I love. The Rangers with like the diagonal letters, I really like those. Carolina's alternate jersey from a few years ago I really liked. If Hartford Whalers still had a team, I love the Hartford Whalers logo and jersey scheme. Like, they look so nice. Yeah, the Vancouver Canucks skate jerseys, they're black, yellow, and red jerseys. Those are incredible. Top tier. Love them. Hey, you like them too, Coolistic? Nice. Here's a play in front towards Jari, and he does a good job hanging on to that one as Peterka sent it towards Tanev. Tanev got a deflection on net, and Jari had to make the save. Who's my favorite player on Boston? I am a big I like defense a lot. So Charlie McAvoy's up there. I love David Pasternak. I love Morgan Geekie. I like Fraser Minton. There's a few players on Boston that I really like. Jeremy Swayman, probably my favorite goalie in the NHL. Definitely top 3. Here's a puck sent back to Keller towards the Oilers goal. That deflects over the glass and out of play. Did I ever see the fly? I've seen highlights of him, Chucky. That's wild. Best color combo, the Crack, and they do have really nice colors. I do like Seattle's color scheme. Oh, interesting, Dolo. Wow. How do you find that information out? That's wild. That's very cool. The Abs don't have an alt jersey. They had remember those baby blue reverse retros that they wore, I think in the Canadian division? I want to say that they were baby blue jerseys, and here's a puck out of play. And the crowd was cheering. I thought maybe there was going to be a penalty there, but no, the puck went out of play and a fan caught the puck. So do I prefer white home jerseys or the dark jerseys? But Oilers cream should be the main jersey for home. I'm with you, Colby. I grew up, when I first started watching hockey, wearing white jerseys on home ice was the norm. And I really like that, but I'm also nostalgic about it. Wearing your colors at home, I think makes sense, but I prefer wearing whites at home. I just think they look nicer. I like the way, I don't know, when the Oilers wear their cream jerseys on home ice, there's just a vibe that I love about them. Here's Murphy. He'll send that puck down low. A Utah Mammoth looks like someone's without a stick there. It looked like Schmaltz was without a stick. Here's Evan Bouchard. The Oilers have to tag back up as they were offside. Puck will come to Savoy with a hard rim around the boards. Savoy can't come up with it. Tanev gives it away. Nice job by Podkolzin. Here's McDavid trying to bring it out in front, trying to get it on goal, and that went off the outside of the net. Here's McDavid. He plays it back to Ekholm. Across to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard winds up to Ekholm. Back to Bouchard. Looking to send that in deep, and the Utah Mammoth just kind of hanging on right now. The Oilers have had some good zone time. Oh, man, and Bouchard, he misplays it. Here's a play in front, and Yamamoto could not get the shot off. Nice job by Yamamoto. The initial giveaway, but he did give back and prevented a shot from Yamamoto. So Bouchard's had an interesting period here so far, but no harm, no foul, no goals against, so it's all good. It's all good. Bouchard's good, folks. No worries. It's no goals against. It's fine. Nice job by Bouchard. He recovered on that one. The first one was Ekholm recovering for him. That one, Bouchard was able to recover in time. He's trying to toe drag everyone. Sometimes you have those games with Bouchard, right? Trying to give me a heart condition. How do you think I feel when I already have a heart condition watching Bouchard? I love Bouch, though. I think the next Oilers jersey I get is going to be a Bouchard jersey, for sure. Dark Jari. I love it. Lazar hat-trick. Could you imagine? If someone like Red Bull sponsored the opportunity to coach an NHL level game, would you? Yeah, if they're sponsoring, if they're paying for it, absolutely. That'd be crazy. I'd jump at that in a heartbeat. Do I like Chicago's Winter Classic jerseys from last year? I don't think I remember what they look like. Let's look it up. Blackhawks Winter Classic 2025? Here, just so everyone else can see what I'm looking at here. I think it's okay. I kind of like St. Louis's. I don't know what it is about the Blues. I kind of like this. I don't think I like Chicago's, but I actually think I like St. Louis's jersey. I think that looks really nice. Wearing the Bouchard cream dream right now. Let's go, Sodium. Let's go. Sens beat Tampa Bay 6-2. That's a big win for Ottawa. If Ottawa gets into the playoffs, man, that is a team that could go on a run as long as their goaltending holds on. Yeah, the original, I agree. The original Chicago Blackhawks jersey, top tier. It's S tier. But most of the original 6 jerseys are S tier to me. 6 to my stomach. Oh, no baby was born. Wow. I love the Quebec Nordiques jersey. I have a Quebec Nordiques hat that I wear pretty often, and sometimes I've worn in videos too. I love the Nordiques logo and jersey. I think it's fantastic. Here's a shot towards the net, and that might have been blocked in front, or maybe Vemelka made the save. I'm not sure. And here comes Carcone. He's going to get pressured by Emberson, and Emberson's going to go to the box for hooking there. Emberson was trying to tie up Carcone. Carcone got around him, and Utah has pulled their goaltender as there is a delayed penalty coming up. So it's a 6-on-5 here, and then Utah will have a 2-minute power play. Here's Cole across. Blue line now to Dursey, and the puck came across the ice from Keller. The Oilers touched it, but didn't have possession. It's down low into the slot. Shot by Peterka. Rebound goes wide of the net, and Jake Wallman's going to grab that puck. Ty Emberson's going to go to the box here. I'm assuming that's a hook that he's going to go for. Got his stick into the hands or like hip area of Carcone. Yeah, he kind of got his arm wrapped up there. I think Carcone like also leaned into it and kind of like held on, but yeah, it's a tough one. When you're reaching like that, the ref is usually, it was a hook. Okay, that's what they called him for. If you get reaching, the refs will call that. I don't think it's a great call, but I have seen weaker penalties called. I don't. Let's just see if the penalty kill can do it. Off the face-off comes to Connor Murphy. He'll send it around the boards. Darnell Nurse trying to get it up. Darnell Nurse does not get the puck out. Down low, around the boards. Utah looking to get it set up now. Here's Schmaltz to Savoy. Murphy to Nurse. Nurse has a chance to shoot it down the ice, and he will. So there you go, Nurse. Get that down the ice. What do you think of Pete DeBoer, coach for the Islanders? I think that is a very interesting hire for them. I can't say I'm surprised Patrick Wall was fired, but I am surprised it was this late into the season. DeBoer will be interesting for them. Here's a play into the middle. Gunther to the blue line. Shot towards the net by Sergachev. That's blocked in front. To the corner. Keller sends it across to Gunther. He'll give that to Schmaltz. And here's a one-timer by Keller, and Ekholm's stick exploded, and the Oilers do a good job getting that puck out of trouble here. So 58 seconds left in the power play for Utah. The Oilers going to make a change. They've made a couple of good clears here in the defensive zone, a couple of good shot blocks as well. Here comes Peterka. He'll drop it back for Lawson Krause. Krause to the blue line. Here's Weegar into the middle for Krause. Can't come up with it. And McDavid, he sends that down the ice. Good clear from Connor McDavid. Good job so far here on the kill for the Oilers. Oh, and turnover. Savoy trying to grab it. Savoy can't get the shot off, though. Savoy almost was in by himself there. Holy smokes. Here's a play along the half wall now. Edmonton can't come up with it. Utah will keep it going. Here's Peterka to the blue line. We're Weegar to Carcone. Carcone to Weegar. Weegar brings it into the left circle. Backhand towards the goal. Goes wide of the net. Here's a play to the slot, and that might have went off the post, or maybe Tristan Jarry made the save. If Jarry made the save there, that was a great save on Peterka, as Utah could not convert on the power play. The Oilers 2 for 2 on the kill here. So there was one good save by Jarry earlier in the kill. They're just showing the replay of it. And then the play to Peterka. Did Jarry... It went off of his shoulder, and then the crossbar. Oh, boy. What's... I think Chris Pronger would be a good general manager. Chris Pronger, if you hear him in interviews and stuff, I'm very excited for his book in May. He has a book coming out in May that I have pre-ordered. I'm excited to read it. Chris Pronger is a very interesting figure. Here's a play towards Jari, and that doesn't quite make it. The Oilers trying to get that out of the zone here. Frederick into the neutral zone. Doc throws a hit. Dickinson can't come up with it. Adam Henrique is underrated. Oh, man, I don't know. I think Henrique's had a really tough season. He does, when Adam Henrique's on his game, he is very solid. He does have value. I just do think that Adam Henrique is, he's nearing the twilight of his career here. Ty Emberson drives into the zone. Shot by Dickinson off of a blocker into the corner. Picked up by Keller. It feels like Clayton Keller's been on the ice the whole game. Every time there's a chance, it seems like Keller's on there. Play into the middle. Puck off of Bouchard's stick. Utah keeps it alive. And here's a shot, and Schmaltz scores. Playing with fire here. Puck came out in front to Evan Bouchard. He couldn't get the clear. I don't know if the puck was knocked off of his stick. It's 3-2 for the Oilers. Schmaltz with the shot, and the fans got rally towels tonight. I need to see a look at this turnover again. Keller had it. Dickinson sent it up the middle. Bouchard, it's off of his stick. It's a tough giveaway. Not good. That's a tough one. Maybe would have liked to save there. It didn't look like Schmaltz got all of that, but that's a bang-bang play, and Utah has made it a one-goal game here with 9:30 to go here in the second period. I think Bouchard will get one to make up for that. He usually makes up for a mistake like that. I think Dickinson put him in a bad spot. I didn't like that pass out the middle there. And there's a whistle. Is there a penalty coming up? Looks like a penalty coming up to Utah here for high sticking. I don't know who's going to the box. But the Oilers have a power play, so Bouchard can make up for that mistake on the power play. We do have a commercial break, though. Do you think this will be the last season for Knobloch? What if we end up going deep in the playoffs again? I've talked about this before. I feel like unless the team goes to like game 7 of the cup final again, I would probably, if this team doesn't win a cup, I would look for another head coach. Because it's very obvious that he didn't, whether it was the players not responding to him or whether it was his system, we don't know for sure. The only ones that know for sure are on the team. But the fact that Paul Coffey comes back after the Olympic break and the team since the Olympic break is the second best defending team in the league. They've given up the second least amount of high danger chances since the Olympics. That cannot be a coincidence that Paul Coffey's back behind the bench and that the team suddenly looks like they know how to play defense again. I think Knobloch is a good coach. I think this team needs a different type of voice behind that bench, though. Just came in and saw that McDavid goal highlight reel. Absolutely. Yeah, it's been a fun one. This has been a fun game. It was Mark Stewart. When Paul Coffey was gone, Mark Stewart controlled the defense, and Mark Stewart was really bad. Looks like Uyghur's in the box here. That's number 52 for high sticking. Hire Patrick Waugh. I don't know if Patrick Waugh would be the... I don't think Patrick Waugh is who the Oilers would need. Yeah, I don't know if Spud's trolling right now or not. Spud's been around for a while, but... All right, power play for the Oilers. Let's see. Yeah, Bruce Cassidy's someone that I would be... Bruce Cassidy, though, he wears out his welcome after about 2 years. You would get 2 years out of Cassidy, and the players will eventually tune him out. Oh, Patrick Waugh can be in net. He just goes back in the net. Anyone else want to go Leon McDavid's heated driveway and watch the stars? That sounds magical. Sounds magical, dude. All right, the Oilers, they've already lost 30 seconds on this power play. McDavid's going to step into the Utah zone now. He'll stop and spin down low to Savoy. He'll play it to the point to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard to McDavid. Left circle. He gives it to Savoy. Savoy backhands it in front looking for Rozovic, and that's going to get sent down the ice. Tristan Jarry's going to hold on to it. And here's Bouchard. The Oilers are 1-for-1 on the power play in this game. It was Connor McDavid scoring in the first period. Here's Connor McDavid. Shot by Nugent Hopkins and a good save by Vejmelka. Along the half wall now, Utah's going to send that down the ice once again. Only 46 seconds left in the power play for the Oilers. It'll be curious to see if that top unit does go off the ice. I mean, it depends. It depends, Anthony. You don't accidentally win a Stanley Cup. You don't luck your way into a Stanley Cup. I think whoever wins a Stanley Cup deserves it almost pretty much every time. Here's Dickinson. He'll drop it for Podkolzin. Podkolzin enters the zone to Kapanen. Kapanen towards the goal and a kick saved by Vejmelka. And it's kept alive by Darnell Nurse. Or Henrique, maybe. Here's Wallman to Ekholm. Down low. Good set play here and a one-timer by Podkolzin. And that goes high and out of play. As the Oilers get a couple shots on the power play. Do not convert. It wasn't the worst-looking power play, but Utah did a good job with the clears. Hey, sounds good, Christy. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, the players didn't like when Woodcroft was fired. The players did not want Woodcroft fired. That was pretty evident from the interviews from the players the day that it happened. Utah is 19-1 when Schmaltz scores. Yeah, Edmonton's got to lock in then. Looks like Vejmelka's at the bench getting his blocker work done. Not sure what's going on here. Slight delay in the game. Medium. Yeah, it was a medium PP. We'll take that. They've scored on one power play, and then that second power play was okay. It wasn't terrible. All right, offensive zone faceoff. Dickinson does a great job winning that back to Nurse. Shot towards the goal, and Dickinson hit the post. He had a wide open net. Oh, Jason Dickinson, please. Oh, I don't know how Dickinson couldn't score, and that puck's going to enter the Utah zone. Dickinson's in some pain here. And Colton Dock is... I don't know who Colton Dock was going after. Dickinson's on the bench in some pain right now. He's holding his ribs, it looks like. Off the face-off, Dickinson went down. The puck came out in front. He did a great job to get in that lane, and he hit the post. Yeah, and then he went right to the bench. I don't know what happened there. And then Colton Dock just absolutely destroyed Dursey, knocked him down to the ice. Oh, boy. So hopefully Dickinson's going to be okay. Cannot afford any more injuries right now. He's nodding his head like he might be fine. He's talking to the trainer. Shaking his head. Boy. I think Dickinson will be okay. We'll see. We'll see. He hasn't gone to the locker room yet, so. But Dickinson's a tough customer, man. It would take a lot to take him out of a hockey game. Face off at the Utah blue line. Matthias Ekholm sends that puck deep into the Utah zone. Puck bounces over Sergachev's stick. McDavid plays it to Bouchard. Around the boards. Colton Dock's out there with McDavid and Frederick right now. Here's McDavid trying to come up with the loose puck. Bouchard with the one-time attempt, and he fans on it. Oh, no. Bouchard's having a tough game here. Here's Schmaltz now. He'll flip it into the zone. Matthias Ekholm fell. Here's Bouchard. Up the boards. Connor McDavid can't come up with it. And here's Keller. Clayton Keller. He sends it to the point. Sergachev. Utah getting in on their cycle game now. Keller, right circle. Keller around the boards. Or not around the boards. Into the slot area. McDavid knocks that puck out of the zone. And here's Evan Bouchard now. Bouchard will play it up the right boards. He'll find Kapanen. Kasperi Kapanen drops it back to Rozovic. Rozovic rims it around as the Oilers make a change. Shot towards the goal, goes wide of the net. Rozovic can't come up with it. Kapanen chases Weegar behind the net. Weegar skates forward. Spud. Here's Kapanen. He'll slowly backhand that puck deep into the Utah end. Nugent Hopkins chases after it. Puck around the boards, bouncing into the middle of the ice. Here's Murphy. Can't make a play on it. Utah sends it up the right wing. Here's Carcone against Wallman. Behind the Oilers' goal. Wallman to Rozovic. Kept alive. Here's a one-timer and a good save by Jari. And Murphy will just send that off the glass and out. But they're going to send that puck right back in. The Utah Mammoth are. They're getting in on the forecheck. They are speeding as well. Around the boards to the point. Oilers can't get this puck out. Utah cycling again. Dursey into the middle. Here's Gunther across the ice with a shot, and that goes off of something, and it beats Jari, the one-timer there by Utah. I think that deflected off something. The way that puck bounced, Jari looked like he didn't understand. Like he kind of waved his blocker at it, but the Oilers are struggling to get that puck out of the zone. Too many turnovers right now. It is a 3-3 game. Edmonton just couldn't get this puck out of the zone. They were cycling. Utah is. Puck came across the ice. The one-timer, went off of Wallman. It hit Wallman's stick or skate, and that's an unfortunate one. Yeah, it goes off Wallman's skate. That's a tough one. I think that went off Wallman's skate. It fluttered in behind Jari. That's a tough one. I don't know, Floppa. That's tough. Those like quick redirections, it's tough to react to. Jari made it across the ice in time. I think if that puck didn't hit Wallman, he probably would have had it. Still, though, the Oilers got to go back to work. Utah has controlled this period. Podkolzin will chase after the puck now behind the Utah goal. The Oilers had a 3-1 lead. They've seen it evaporate here. Here's Darnell Nurse. He'll play it up the ice. Connor McDavid on his backhand. Around the boards. Shot towards the goal. Podkolzin in front and he scores. Vasily Podkolzin, he's all over Vejmelka. The shot from Nurse. Podkolzin gets the rebound. Goes to his backhand. Puts it into the empty net. That is a 4-3 lead for Podkolzin. And the Oilers again, what they've been doing to Utah all season, whenever they get scored against, they just go down the ice and immediately respond. Nice job by McDavid. That goes around. Nice job by Nurse. He throws it towards the net. Podkolzin, he's just sitting there, grabs it on his backhand, and he beats Vejmelka. Nothing Vejmelka could do on that one. Nice job by Nurse as well. What was that? Frederick, McDavid, and Podkolzin. That is an interesting line. That is an interesting line put together here by Knobloch. Pods, Frederick, and McDavid. Now, they are taking a look at it, but that's not goalie interference. We play on. Podkolzin, Podzilla, Podkolzin. Know what I'm saying? Here's Darnell Nurse behind his net now. He tried to give the puck to Murphy, and the Oilers going to try and move this up the ice. Here's Murphy to Nurse. Nurse off the boards. And Utah doing a good job kind of keeping that puck alive here. Nurse again, looking for an outlet. Gives it across to Murphy. And that's sent in deep, deflected in by Frederick. Now Adam Henrique's out there with Frederick and Doc. So the line blender looks like it is moving around here. Here's Utah. They'll take that puck and skate it up the ice. Here's Schmidt. Schmidt up the right wing. He'll give it to Cooley. Wallman now sends it around to Emberson up the right wing. Rozovic chases the puck behind the Utah goal. Dickinson came onto the ice for a few second shift, but he went back to the bench. So hopefully Dickinson's going to be okay. That's not a good sign. Here's Rozovic, centers it out in front, trying to look for Nugent Hopkins just out of his reach. Here come the Utah Mammoth now. Shot off the rush, rebound in front. Cooley can't come up with it. Good shot by Gunther, and the rebound ended up into the corner. Puck sent down the ice. That's going to be icing on the Oilers with 2:15 left here in the second period. I would say this is probably not low event hockey, Gordon. I think this has been pretty higher event hockey than what we've seen lately from this team. Yo, Kyle, calm down, bro. Calm down, Kyle. Here's Nugent Hopkins. He'll take the face off here. Won by the Mammoth. Here's Kapanen. He'll send that puck through the neutral zone. Oilers will get a partial change. 2 Oilers will get on the ice here. McDavid and Savoy jump onto the ice. McDavid takes a hit behind his net, but he makes the play, gives it to Murphy. Murphy looking to find McDavid with speed. He has a 2-on-1 here with Savoy. Look at McDavid. He's walking in all alone. Where is it? He can't get the shot off. Connor McDavid is just, that's unbelievable. How do you defend against that? I know Utah just took a penalty there. That's the only way you can defend against him. Looks like Uyghur's going to go to the box. Number 52. It'll be for a hook. McDavid looked like he was trying to get the shot off, and the Oilers are going to have another power play. Oilers have a chance to go back up by 2 here on the power play. This is a massive power play. You got to get that PP rock solid here. No, this is Kitty Kitty. Hi, Kitty. Hi, bud. Hi. Hi, Kitty. Kitty Kitty, you'll always see, very often you'll see Kitty Kitty's bottom teeth showing because he doesn't have a lot of teeth. He had a lot of dental work when he was at the Humane Society, so he only has a few teeth left on the bottom there. Hi, buddy. Wow, you coming to say hi to everyone? Look at Kitty coming to say hi. What a sweet boy. Good job, buddy. Uyghur in the box again. Has he taken all 3 penalties for Utah? That's hilarious. I hope it's not due to injuries, Chucky. I want Smansky in the lineup, but if it's because of injuries, that's not a good thing. Yo, Cecily, how you doing? Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had an amazing weekend. Pepperidge Farms remembers when Uyghur got himself ejected because he was a baby in the box back in Calgary. Oh, I do remember that. That was before Christmas, right? I think that was just before Christmas, that game. Yo, what's going on, Ryan? Missing the cat fam. They're still here. They're kicking. They're having a blast. Keep the cat on. The Oilers need his 9 lives. Yeah, exactly, Rob. The kitties bring good luck. Usually when the kitties are on stream, good things happen. Habs Oilers. See, I've seen a few fans say Habs Oilers final. That would be absolutely wild. I am excited to see everyone's bracket challenge. The bracket challenge that's coming up. So the Oilers have the power play here. Their 3rd power play of the game. They are 1 for 2. So they need a big power play here. I'd like to see a power play goal before the end of the second. I know it's asking for a lot right now, but let's see what happens. Puck in the middle of the ice. Edmonton can't come up with possession, and Utah will send it in deep. I saw Vegas in the chat, so that's what made me say Vegas. Here's McDavid up the middle of the ice with speed, with a hard rim around the boards. Picked up by Cole. He'll give that to Sergachev, and Sergachev sends that down the ice. The Oilers have 1:20 left on the power play, 1:08 remaining in the period. So the Oilers haven't been able to get set up yet. And even McDavid's goal in the first period on the power play was a rush chance. It wasn't a setup. Here's Nugent Hopkins. He's checked off the puck. Utah will come up with it, and here come the Mammoth. Potential 2-on-1. They won't get it, though. Bouchard into the middle. Nugent Hopkins to Rozovic. Rozovic Skates it in. Looks for a lane. Trying to center it out in front. And Kerfoot steals it. And here comes Schmaltz. Schmaltz one-on-one with a shot. And he scores. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness gracious. Tristan Jarry has to make a save on that. Now, Schmaltz, that's a good shot. But holy smokes, man. Nugent Hopkins with 2 giveaways. Roslovic with a giveaway. Schmaltz comes in, shoots from the left circle, beats Jarry on the glove side. That's a bad goal to give up, man. That is a bad goal by Tristan Jarry. That's a... Jeez. Jarry just completely loses it. How do you wave at that? But Nugent Hopkins, 2 times Nugent Hopkins couldn't get possession. Roslovic tried to center it into the middle of the ice to nobody. McDavid pinched up. Now, Bouchard did a good job. He didn't really give Schmaltz a lane to the net. He prevented an actual lane to the net there. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Here's a shot towards the net by Sergachev. Saved by Jarry. And Utah has had the better chances on this power play. Utah with a shorthanded goal. I'm surprised they even kept the top unit out there, man. Jeez. Here come the Oilers now. Here's Ekholm in on the forecheck. I don't know why Ekholm's forechecking. Here's Kapanen. Well, Kapanen with a giveaway. And again, it's just sent up the ice. That's a horrible power play. Terrible way to end the period. Now, I know on the road you're heading to the third tied. That's a good thing. But holy smokes, man. Tristan Jarry, make a save, brother. That's a bad goal to give up at the end of the period. Comedy of errors that period. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. That might be a polite way of putting it, if I'm going to be honest. All right, second intermission here. We are going to go over the Edge Visualizer. Again, it was an action-packed period. A lot was happening. Not all of it was good if you're an Oilers fan. We'll take a look at some of these goals. We'll take a look at some of these plays, and then I am going to take a quick break. The Oilers are dominated in faceoffs. The Oilers had more shots than Utah in the second, 12-10. Man, it felt like Utah was really controlling. I'm curious to know. I'm going to take a look at the advanced stats first. I want to see what's going on here. No, they're saying it's a pretty even game. Look at all the chances in this inner slot, though. The Oilers are not defending the inner slot at all. Look at how many shot attempts are coming from these high danger areas, dude. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. What was the expected goal here? Oh, they don't even have it yet. They don't have Schmaltz's goal tallied yet. I can't imagine that was a high expected goal. Expected goals in all situations, 2.46 to 2.62 in favor of Edmonton. At 5-on-5, Utah does have the edge here, 2.2 to 1.63. Schmaltz, he made it a 3-2 game. Cooley made it a 3-3 game. Podkolzin made it a 4-3 game. We'll take a look at Podkolzin's goal on the Edge Visualizer. The Oilers did a good job responding after Utah tied it up. McDavid sent the puck around the boards, shot towards net by Nurse. Podkolzin goes to his backhand and beats Vejmelka. But this shot by Schmaltz, man, like I know that Schmaltz is a good player. Schmaltz is a very good player. He's a star, right? But from that distance, at that time of the game where Edmonton's on the power play, you need your goalie to make a save there, right? So we'll see if the Oilers can rally in the third, but it's tough, man. This Utah team, you can never count them out. Can never count out this team. Look at Max Jones. He's only played 523. I'm pretty sure he hasn't hit the ice since that fourth line was out for a goal against. Look at Lazar, man. 536. Knobloch is like, you know what? You guys don't get to play anymore. You were on the ice for one goal against, even though Max Jones is still +1. You don't get to play anymore. No fun for these guys. Bouchard has 3 giveaways tonight, no takeaways, and yeah, that tracks. That makes sense. Bouchard has 1 assist, but he's a -1. Emerson's only played 843. Wallman's played 1025, -2. Nurse is a +2. Another solid game from Nurse and Murphy. Really happy with their games. I'm with you, Mark. I'm with you. Wouldn't be surprised if half the team is sick and feel. I mean, that's true, Michael. There's so much stuff going around everywhere, but I don't really make excuses for these guys. at this stage of the season. Tristan Jarry with a solid 810 save percentage. So that's, ooh. They don't have that fourth goal against yet. So the goal saved above expected hasn't been updated on Money Puck. So not an ideal situation here for the Oilers. Obviously, a tie game heading to the third is like, hey, if you tell me at the start of the game that this team will be tied heading to the third, we like that. Get a chance to get at least 1 point minimum. Would like to see them get 2. Bush was slow on that one. He had been out there for like a minute and a half, but he did he did cut the angle off where Schmaltz couldn't get in on his own. So yeah, it's a tough one. When is Leon coming back? We're hoping game 1 of the playoffs, but no one knows for sure when Leon will be back. No one truly knows for sure. Oh, yeah, we do have to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Thanks for reminding me. The out-of-town scoreboard, folks. Well, good news if you're an Oilers fan. Anaheim's down by 2 to Nashville halfway through the second. Vancouver has 5 shots on goal against Vegas, and they're up 1-0 with 6:22 left in the second. What is this, bro? Come on, Vancouver. You can do it. Hang on. You got this. But listen, the Oilers just got to take care of their business, right? Just take care of your business. Whatever happened in the first 40 minutes, the Oilers just play an amazing 20 minutes of hockey. Just win the third period. Just win the third period. I don't think so, Everett. I don't get that vibe from Jarry personally. Kitty on stream after game, consolation. Kitty leaves midstream, mid-game despair. But Kitty's actually still here. He's hanging out with me. He's on my side table. He's just, look at him. Hi, bud. Hi, Kitty. Hi, buddy. I do need to set up my other webcam so that when my cats do go to the side table, that I can put a webcam on them. Have the cat cam back. Well, last time I brought Franklin in, Edmonton got destroyed by Vegas, so maybe I won't bring Franklin in this time around. Never stands in interviews. That's interesting. Is that Jarry? I never even noticed. I mean, the Oilers have been good since the Olympic break defensively. Tonight, not really a great defensive effort in front of their goaltender. There's probably 2 goals that I don't like on Jarry, and there's 2 goals that I just don't think he had a chance on at all. What happened? You were gone for 10 minutes. Shorthanded goal against. Do you see McDavid yelling what looked like shut up on the bench? I did not see that. No, I didn't see that. All right. I'm going to take a 5-minute break here, folks. Well, probably closer to a 10-minute break. We'll be back. You guys get to hang out with Chair. So if you are a member of the channel, you can spam that Chair remote and have some fun. All right, folks. Time to lock in. Jari's going to lock in the third. The team's going to lock in front of them. They're going to get an early one. They're going to lock in. Let's lock in. Hey, what's going on, Ismail? Good to see you again, my friend. Hey, what's going on? What's going on in the chat? What happened? I hope we're all being nice to each other. Tuning in for the third. Let's go, Hockey Talk. Whoa, what's going on? We're having looks like a heated discussion about the goalies. Listen, as long as the team just has to lock in for 20 minutes. Just lock in for 20 minutes. What's going on, Don? How you doing? No, Spud. Fans of every team are allowed in here. We are not gatekeeping fans tonight. We are better than that. We are better than that, folks. 4B circle. We're gonna lock in. I feel like this team's locking in here in the third period. They got this. Yeah, we know Draisaitl's probably not playing the rest of the season. That was announced a while ago. I don't remember if I said hi to you, Don, but hello, Don. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. What was new Bouch doing on that? Bouchard's had a tough game, man. He has had a tough game. But one bad game out of every 25 for Bouchard, that's fine. I'll take it. I'm also excited for the playoffs. I want the playoffs to get going here. Now I say that and then watch Edmonton get swept in the first round. And I'll be like, well, that wasn't very fun. I thought I saw a thing that Stuart Skinner with Pittsburgh has an 880 or something. But either way, guys, Stuart Skinner was traded months ago. He was traded in December. We got to let it go, man. We've got to let it go. You've got to let Stu go. Ingram's going to play tomorrow. Because it's a back-to-back, they started Jari tonight, and then they're going to play Ingram tomorrow. They're giving Ingram the divisional games, the games that have more of a playoff implication than the non-Pacific games. Stu crash out for old time's sake. Yeah, I had enough crash outs with Stu. Is Jari worth $5.3 million? Absolutely not. Not even close. It was a bad trade at the time. Should have had salary retention. They didn't. Pittsburgh won that trade. I need the playoff bracket to be set so I can make your bingo card. There you go. Yeah, the bracket challenge is going to be fun. I'm going to say 0, 90. I'm going to say 0. They lock in. All right, 138 likes. All right, if you're tuning into the live stream and you haven't hit the like button yet, hit the like button. 150 likes is the goal. Let's see how the Oilers do here in the third period. They will have a power play for the first, I don't know how many seconds they have left. First 12 seconds or something. You can't let him go. Just look at the mustache. Miss yelling Stu after big save. That's fair. That's fair. I think Edmonton's going to lock it down. I think they understand what's at stake here. Not only their positioning in the standings, but just playing the right way, right? If this was a playoff game, I don't think this is an acceptable performance if this were a playoff game, right? I think Edmonton has been too loosey-goosey in front of Jari tonight. And then saying that, Jari just got to make a few more saves too. Here's a play up the middle of the ice, and the Oilers are going to not convert on the last 10 seconds of their power play. So 5-on-5 now in the third period. Think we can get Boston's not going to get rid of Swayman. Not going to happen. Here's a play up the middle of the ice. Clayton Keller. He's checked off the puck. Evan Bouchard now up the middle. Gives it to McDavid. Back to Ekholm to Bouchard as the Oilers are going to reset in their own zone here. Here comes Matthias Ekholm. Up the right boards. That's going to get blocked by Yamamoto. Good job by McDavid. He finds Roslovic. Roslovic sends the puck in deep. He'll chase after it. Around the boards. Roslovic can't grab it. Here's a shot by Nugent Hopkins and a good save by Vejmelka. I appreciate that, Dolo. Yes, hitting the like button is the best way to support the channel, and it's free. Free to hit the like button. And hitting the like button will actually help the Oilers win the hockey game. It's a scientific fact that it gives the Oilers more energy and good luck. Don't ask for the scientific evidence, but I just know it's scientific. Here's Murphy. He'll play it around the boards. Finds Colton Dach. And yeah, you can subscribe if you want. We are getting close to 10,000 subscribers, which is pretty darn cool. Here's Utah now. Getting the puck up the boards. Offside are the Oilers, so they have to tag back up. There's a high flip into the Oilers zone here. Ty Emberson on his backhand. He's going to get checked around the boards. It's going to get by a few Oilers, and it's going to come back to Marino. Marino up the ice. Picked off by Wallman. Wallman off the left boards. Into the middle now for Dickinson. He'll enter the Utah zone. Trent Frederick. Would like to see Trent Frederick get on the board. Here's a play in front. Dach with a chance, and he scores! Colton Dach makes it 5-4 Edmonton. And he's had a few good chances tonight. And I was going to say, I wanted Trent Frederick to maybe get in on the action. But Colton Dach, he gets a great centering pass, I think, from Dickinson. Dach shoots it once, stopped in front, and then he puts the rebound in through the 5-hole. What a play. Oh, it's Frederick who centered it. Good save by Vejmelka on the first shot, and then Colton Dach makes it 5-4 for the Oilers. An unlikely goal from the third line here. Nice job by Frederick. Colton Dach gets into his scoring area. He's had some good looks, man. Colton Dach's been the best player on the team tonight. That's wild. Great. Hey, I'm happy for Colton Dach. His first goal as an Oiler. That is really awesome. His fourth goal of the season. And the Oilers have regained the lead. Assist to Frederick and Dickinson. I told you guys, hitting the like button gives the team good luck. So that's on you. That goal is the result of the fans being amazing. Oh, and Connor Murphy just threw someone into the boards there. Holy smokes. Here's a puck now. Kept in by Dursey down low. Utah getting back in on the attack here. Shot towards Jari. It goes off of his pad around the outside of the post, and Jari comes out of his crease to cover that one up, and probably a good idea as Utah's looking to get their cycle game going again here. Like I said, the Oilers just have to lock in the third period, man. And I'm very happy for Colton Dach. His first game back after being out for a few weeks. He's coughing a bunch on the bench. Hopefully he's not actually sick here. I know someone mentioned maybe there's a cold going around the team. They showed Colton Dach on the bench, and he was just coughing up a storm for about 5 seconds. So hopefully, I don't think he's actually sick, but. Here's Nugent Hopkins. He'll take the face off. Oh, no, they put Nugent Hopkins back out there with McDavid. I don't know if I like this. Here's Savoy into the middle for Nugent Hopkins. Up to McDavid, and that puck goes off of McDavid's stick. Into the neutral zone. Utah's going to come up with full possession here off of Uyghur's legs. That'll be down the ice. That's going to be icing. Utah ices the puck. Bit of a mistake there from the Mammoth. I don't know if I like Nugent Hopkins back on this top line, but if it works out, it works out. I don't know what to feel anymore. This is nutty. Yeah, this game's wild. Pass the Kleenex around on the bench. All right, here's Connor McDavid. He'll take the offensive zone draw, wins it to Savoy. Savoy with a shot, and that goes off a leg and wide. Schmaltz blocked that one. Sergachev looks to move it up the middle. Nice job by Savoy. He steals it. Savoy now towards the goal, and he was looking for McDavid to deflect it. McDavid goes down. Sergachev took him down, and there was no call there. Maybe it was just coincidental contact. Here's Clayton Keller down low to Schmaltz in the Oilers zone. Bouchard around the boards to Podkolzin. Podkolzin with a high flip. into the neutral zone. Bounces around out of the reach of Kapanen. McDavid to Kapanen. Kapanen with a high flip towards Vejmelka. Goes off of his glove in front of his net. Utah will come up with it. Here's Yamamoto into the middle. And here's some speed from Cooley with a shot. That goes over the net. Gunther with a shot, and that's blocked by Nugent Hopkins. Another shot towards the goal. Doesn't make it. Nugent Hopkins been caught out there for a while, it looks like. McDavid and Savoy went for a change, but Nugent Hopkins is still out there. Here's Cooley now. He'll play it to the blue line. Marino across the ice. Here's Gunther with a shot, and that goes high and over the net. Around the boards now, Marino. Right circle. Gunther with a one-time attempt. Nugent Hopkins fighting for this puck, and he'll chip it forward, and Kasperi Kapanen, he's going to prevent the icing here. Kapanen gets in on the forecheck, sends the puck around the boards. Nobody there for the Oilers to pick it up. Dickinson out of his reach. Puck comes back to him, though. Here's Dickinson. Sends the puck in behind the Utah goal. Trent Frederick in on the forecheck now. This line just converted to give the Oilers the 5-4 lead. Dickinson and Frederick with the assists on Colton Dach's goal. Here's Darnell Nurse. Nurse up to Frederick. Off of a stick. That's going to be offside on Edmonton. They got a tag up. Colton Dach was offside. Here's Peterka, who has a goal for Utah tonight. He sends the puck behind the Oilers' goal. Ty Emerson picks it up off the glass. Well, it hit the ref, actually, but it comes loose, and here's Jake Wallman now. Wallman, he's going to skate this up, sends it deep into the Utah zone. Utah doing a good job. Kind of clogging things up. Sorry, my brain kind of was processing what was happening on the ice. Here's Adam Henrique. He sends the puck towards Vejmelka, and Vejmelka's just going to hang on to that one. Max Jones charging the crease there. Vejmelka hangs on. 14:37 to go here in the third period. The Oilers have a 1-goal lead, outshooting Utah 24-21. Yeah, Dickinson's still playing. Dickinson did come out for the third. I think he's okay. Scoring chances tonight for each line. First line has 3. Second line has 2. Third line has 3. Fourth line has 2. Every single line on Edmonton has a goal tonight. So by committee, you need by committee. Does Quinn Hudson get a look if Henrique walks? I think the likely replacement for Henrique is Szymanski, if I'm going to be honest. Maybe Jarventi. Quinn Hudson absolutely could get a look. Ike Howard could get a look. It'll be interesting to see what they do this offseason. Puck sent down the ice. That's icing on Edmonton. All right. Defensive zone draw. So, okay, Podkolzin's back out there with McDavid. I don't know if it was just like a random face-off where they had Nuge out there with McDavid, but no, Podkolzin is still with McDavid and Savoy. No harm here, no foul. Foreman with the 279. 10K before the end of the season is a certainty. I also think so as well. Thank you for the 279 super chat. Here's a shot towards the Oilers' goal from Cooley. Doesn't make it. Here's Schmidt now. He'll walk into the middle, drops it for Gunther. Right circle, shoots, and that's blocked. Might have hit a stick in front, not sure. Schmidt with a one-timer, and that knocked the skate blade out of Podkolzin's skate. Podkolzin's going to have to try and get off the ice here on 1 foot. Here's Bouchard up the ice to McDavid. McDavid skating through, and he is on net, and a good save by Vejmelka as the cameraman didn't know where McDavid was, barely saw the scoring chance there for Connor. Here's Utah towards the Oilers' goal. That's stopped by Jari. He'll hang on to it. And that'll get a whistle and a commercial break here. Nice job by Podkolzin. He blocked that shot from Schmidt. It hit Podkolzin's skate, and his skate blade went flying. But yeah, I don't know why the cameraman, I don't know why they didn't cut to McDavid, who had a great chance, and it was a good save by Vejmelka. Ike Howard has been a bad trade by Bowman. What did we trade? We traded, who's that kid? Oh, I forget his name. Oh, hold on. I'll get it. Played for the London Knights. I don't know why I'm blanking on it. But, I mean, I don't think he's that close to being in the NHL either. Sam O'Reilly. Thank you. Sam O'Reilly. I think O'Reilly for Ike Howard was a good bet. Ike Howard, obviously, produced in college, Hobie Baker, right? And Ike Howard's had a great season for Bakersfield. He's only, 21 years old? I think Howard's going to be just fine. Was there ever an update about the Hyman injury, or are we still being forced to engage in speculation? We are still engaging in speculation. No idea what the injury is to Hyman right now. At least I don't have any idea. Do I know when a commercial break is coming up? Usually the first whistle after 6 minutes has passed in the period. So between the 10-minute mark and the 13:59, there's usually a commercial after the 10-minute mark and then a commercial after the 6-minute mark remaining in the period is what I should say. I only know that because when you watch hockey long enough, you kind of like see the pattern of when the commercial breaks are coming. So Podkolzin's getting his skate repaired here after the blade exploded out of it. Good shot block by Podkolzin there. I like that he stayed there too. He didn't try and get to the bench initially. He stayed in that shooting lane. And then Connor McDavid, he tried to power through. Good defensive play by Marino. May have been able to call a hold on Marino, but that's a good one-on-one play there. Yeah, Pods is okay. 100%. There's a chance we could get TJ Hughes and Pinchuk. Yeah, I've also seen that too. It'll be very interesting to see what the Oilers do with some of these players that are going to be available from college and Russia and stuff. Mike Comrie just tried to sell me an overpriced couch. That's too funny. Nugent Hopkins enters the zone with Murphy. Murphy sends it into the corner. Nugent Hopkins can't come up with it. Stolen initially by Kapanen, but here comes Utah. Here's Carcone walking in front, trying to get the shot off. Good defensive play by Murphy. Nurse can't get it out. Puck chopped off of his stick. Here's Dursey across the ice. Sergachev to Keller. Here's Dursey now. Looks for a lane. One-timer by Kerfoot, and that goes wide of the net. And Kapanen can't chop that puck out of trouble here. Utah keeping the cycle game going. Here's Kerfoot, down low to Keller. Keller looking for a lane in front, looking for Lawson Krause. Here's Keller on his backhand. Across the ice to Dursey. Dursey towards the Oilers' goal. Nice block by Nurse. Nurse against Krause, can't come up with the puck. Clayton Keller now to Dursey. Across Sergachev to Dursey. Dursey can't come up with it. It bounces over his stick, and the Oilers are going to be able to get a partial change here as Utah trying to just work the Oilers' cycle right now. Nice job by Edmonton. Does not allow a clean zone entry there. Puck skated over by Keller, comes to Jake Wallman. Wallman behind his net. He's going to allow the rest of the Oilers forward group to change, and the Oilers are going to regroup here. Here's Emberson with a hard rim deep into the Utah zone. Dickinson chases after it. Around the boards, out of the reach of Schmidt. Towards the goal by Doc. That's blocked in front. Doc can't come up with it. Out of the reach of Trent Frederick. Utah will skate it forward. Here's Yamamoto, the former Oiler. One-timer by Gunther and a good save by Tristan Jarry. He had to come across there. That was a good save by Jarry on Dylan Gunther. Gunther's had a few looks now tonight. Puck goes behind the net. What's going on here? 11:15 to play. You're going to say it was offside on Utah. I was wondering why Jarry just skated out of his net there with a Utah player right near him. I was like, what is he doing? Jarry has had a tough one today. He hasn't been abysmal, but he hasn't been good. Jarry's been worse. We've seen Jarry worse. What did you miss, Liam? Goal from Colton Dock at the start of the third period. Assisted by Dickinson and Trent Frederick. Here's a shot by Sergachev. And Jarry makes a save on Sergachev. Puck to Weegar now. Towards the Oilers' goal, deflects on front, and Jarry again has to hang on to it. And right now, Utah's getting some looks. Their cycle game is solid. Edmonton is not able to get clean zone exits at the moment. Wait, normal user, I thought you were a Vegas fan. Weren't you cheering for Vegas last stream? I don't know, Pardeep. I'd have to take a look. I don't know who the free agent goalies are this year. Here's a shot towards the goal for Utah. Doesn't make it. Savoy chops at it. Connor McDavid, puck through his feet. Here's a shot towards the Oilers' goal. Matthias Ekholm. Oh, man. Bad play by Ekholm. Has it stolen by Keller. Keller into the middle. Here's Krause with a shot. Oh, and Connor McDavid saves that puck. It was in the crease. That puck would have went in. Connor McDavid just saved a goal, man. Matthias Ekholm now struggling. Ekholm and Bouchard having a tough one tonight for Edmonton, the top pair. Yikes. I don't know how that didn't go in. Nice job by McDavid, though. Here's Peterka trying to center it to Kerfoot, and Max Jones can't come up with it. Here's Dursey. Dursey down low behind the net. Here's Peterka now. To Dursey at the point. Peterka right circle. Peterka spins away from Henrique. Across the ice, Dursey towards the net. Doesn't make it. It's blocked. The Oilers doing a good job blocking the shooting lanes right now. Adam Henrique can't come up with it. Puck off of Nurse's skates. Curtis Lazar doesn't make a play in time. Here's Dursey to Peterka into the middle. Here's Murphy. Lots of time to make a play off the boards. Got to get this out. And the Oilers do get it out. They were showing the zone time tonight. Utah with 14 minutes of zone time to Edmonton's 8 offensive zone time, that is. So Utah talked about it in this morning's pregame. They like to work that cycle. And when they get going, they've had a good cycle game tonight. Edmonton has got to find a way. Has got to find a way to break through here and hang on. Here's Keller. Waits for a lane. Shot towards the goal by Marino. It's in front off of a leg. Jari looked like he made a save on it. Keller to Marino. Marino, he's calling some kind of play. He's waiting for guys to get into shooting lanes. Here's Schmidt to Keller. Keller to Schmidt at the blue line. Schmidt towards the goal. Deflected in front. Good save. And the rebound goes over the net. I don't know if Jari got that second save when he was falling, but Jari made an initial save there. Oh, my goodness. The shot deflected in front. And then Stenlund, he might have just put that over the net. Yeah, the Oilers are... they're looking shaky. There's another commercial break here. The Oilers are looking shaky this period. They got the lead, and now it looks like they're just trying to defend the lead. They can't get out of their zone. And credit to Utah, man. Stop playing defense when your defensive stat is C-. Yeah, Utah's had a solid game here. I think the Oilers are lucky to be ahead right now. Not going to lie. Yeah, I'm with you, Mark. As long as they hang on, I don't care how Edmonton gets the points, but they got it. They got to get the points. There's only 8:56 left to go here in the third period. This team, the Oilers, that is, they got to get this puck out of their zone a little bit more often. You dropped your cookie. That's okay. I'm sure it's still fine. What's up, Mr. Doom? How you doing? Got to get defense to the A- target. Yep. I don't know if he saved the second shot, but that first shot that deflected, I think he did make that save. Hey, what's going on, Draisaitl? How you doing? Did he save the second shot? Holy smokes, that's crazy. That's an unbelievable save. He got a piece of that. Then yeah, there was the save before that. Deflected on net, good save, and then it hit the crossbar. Stenlund shot hit the crossbar. Jeez. Maybe got a glove on it too. I don't know. Hey, I'm glad you're doing great. That's awesome. What happened to Hyman? Not sure. Not sure. Something that's been apparently lingering for a while for him, so they just shut him down to get him some rest before the playoffs. "69 shot attempts for Utah." That's not nice if you're an Oilers fan, but that's nice for Utah. Oilers send that puck down the ice into the Utah zone. Hey, I appreciate that, Liam. As far as I'm aware, unless something changes, there will be live streams for every game before the playoffs and then every single playoff game. I will be live streaming the rest of the games this season. Here's Savoy with a shot. That goes off of a stick. Or Savoy's stick blade actually just exploded there. McDavid tripped up trying to send it towards the goal. And Dickinson just offside. He tried to hold that line. 8:11 to play here in the period. Yeah, the turnovers have been brutal. Utah has been doing a really good job getting into those passing and shooting lanes tonight, and they've forced the Oilers into a lot of mistakes. But if you haven't hit the like button on the stream yet, hit that like button. Maybe we can hit 200 likes on the stream tonight, folks. There's a lot of you tuning in. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. The Oilers have a 1-goal lead here. 8 minutes left in the third period as they're trying to bring this one home and get a very valuable 2 points right now. Here's a puck into the Oilers zone. Dylan Gunther chases after it against Murphy. Gunther, I should say. I just mispronounced his name. My apologies. Dylan Gunther, obviously. Nurse gives the puck to Frederick. Frederick off the glass, down the ice. Nate Schmidt now for Utah. He'll play it up the left boards into the neutral zone. Nice job by Murphy. And then Trent Frederick just fell for no reason. I'm not sure what happened there. Here's Utah looking to move it up. Marino up the right wing. Going to be brought in by Carcone. Rozovic gives it around the boards. Rozovic with the giveaway. Here's Peterka in front. Shot towards the goal. Goes wide of the net. Here's another shot towards the net. And that's deflected in front. And you can feel that one coming. Utah has tied this game up. I don't know if Peterka got that or Carcone. It was a shot from the point. It deflected in past Jari with 7:04 to play. 7:04 to go here. It is a tie game. And it was Kerfoot. Kerfoot got the tip in front. The Oilers have been playing with fire, man. They have been playing with fire this whole third period since getting the lead. Rozovic with the hard rim to literally nobody. Emerson couldn't grab it. The shot towards the net deflected. Carcone played it to the point. That shot deflects in front. Yeah, nothing Jari could do on that one. That's one of those ones where you can't do anything if you're the goalie. It's deflected literally right in front of them. All right, so 7 minutes to go in the third. Another tie game here. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Here's a puck sent into the Oilers zone, and what are they going to say? Offside here on Utah, 6:50 left. I mean, if the Oilers get this to overtime, I'll consider that a win at this point. I'll consider that a win if Edmonton finds a way to get this to overtime. Holy smokes. Yeah, the shot by Dursey, and yeah, it's nobody took Kerfoot in front of the net. I don't know where Nurse was. I mean, Utah's a good team, Shock. Utah is a very good team. They have some of the best underlying metrics in the league, and they're good defensively too. Utah's a good team, folks. And they weren't going to go down without a fight in this one. Puck sent down the ice into the Utah zone. That's icing on Edmonton. 6:37 left. Jari's been worse than Skinner pretty much all season long. Yes. It's one of those silly games. Now, would you rather be losing 5-1 to Vegas or be in a 5-5 tie to Utah? I'll take the 5-5 tie right now. I still believe in the Oilers finding a way to get the job done here. Puck sent down the ice, and that's another icing on Edmonton. Could they not ice the puck anymore? Goodness gracious. It's like the Ducks game exactly. Off the face-off, Oilers win it. Comes to Matthias Ekholm. He's going to get checked off the puck. Off the boards, and the Oilers do get this out. Here's Sergachev across to Keller. That looked like it might have been offside, but Keller did hold the line. Here's a shot towards the goal, and Jari kicks it aside. And Edmonton just sends it down the ice. The Oilers, that's what they've been doing the whole period. They got up by one early, and then they just started having to dump the puck out of the zone over and over. Oh, here's a giveaway. Oh, my goodness. Jason Dickinson, what a save by Vejmelka. Dickinson had a glorious opportunity, and it was stopped by Vejmelka. What a giveaway there. Jeez. Here's Marino now. Across, shot towards the goal, goes wide of the net. Darnell Nurse just chops at it. Colton Dock trying to move it up. Dock off the glass. Dickinson chases after it against Schmidt. Here's Schmidt now. Into the middle. Here's Marino. Marino through the middle of the ice. Backhand towards the goal. Darnell Nurse, puck in his feet. He'll skate out of trouble here. Spins away from a check. Oh, boy. All right, 5:12 to go. Shots are 29-26 Utah, but I feel like Utah has had a lot more of the better chances, especially in this third period. Here's a bouncing puck towards Vejmelka. Vejmelka plays it up the right boards to Carcone. Carcone hits a teammate in the neutral zone. Kerfoot sends it in deep. That's going to be picked up by Wallman. He takes a hit. Can't make a play with it. Utah back on the forecheck here. Wallman behind his net to Emberson. Emberson looking for the outlet. Flips it through the neutral zone, and that's going to be a high stick on Kerfoot. So 4:40 to go here in the third period. A 5-5 tie in what has been a wild hockey game. Can't say it's been a very good game in terms of, like, I don't know. If Edmonton plays like this in the playoffs, they're going to get absolutely stomped. Let's just say that. Edmonton just has not had their A game, but the fact that it's a tie game with 4:40 to go, see if you can get to overtime, man. Maybe you can get a point out of this. Gordon, you're 100% right. If Edmonton plays like this in the playoffs, they are getting absolutely destroyed. Like, absolutely destroyed. And now, those of you who wanted to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, right now, Anaheim is losing 3-0 to Nashville, and Vegas and Vancouver are tied. Vancouver has 7 shots on goal in the third period, by the way. Halfway through the third, Vancouver has 7 total shots. So if Vancouver could start shooting the puck a little bit more and maybe find a way to beat Vegas, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty darn cool. But that's a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Games that will have an effect on the standings tonight, no matter what happens in the Oilers game. So if the Oilers find a way here, they're in prime position. Go Canucks! They've already locked down last place. Vancouver doesn't have to tank anymore. They're good. They can win a hockey game, hopefully, maybe. Of course, we're only cheering for Vancouver tonight. I'm the same, Liam. I'm the same. Yeah, I don't think the Oilers have had any real, I don't know. There's something going on in this game where, Utah, they've just been dominating play. What's been going on is Utah's been the better team tonight. All right. Here's the faceoff at the Utah blue line. Evan Bouchard dumps the puck in deep. Connor McDavid will chase after it. Hit that like button, folks. Let's try and send some good vibes to the Oilers and see if they can find a way to get a win here, or at least at minimum a point. Utah sends it up the left boards. That's going to go down the ice. That's going to be icing on the Mammoth with 4:19 to go here in the third. And if you're not yet subscribed, we are very close to 10,000. Subscribing is obviously free. I do daily content. I do live streams for Oilers games. No matter how far good they go in the playoffs, I'll be streaming throughout the entire playoffs as well. Daily uploads, pregame reports, postgame reactions. So, if you're a certified hater of the Oilers and you want to see my reaction when the team loses, sometimes it gets entertaining. Here's Connor McDavid off the faceoff. He loses it out of the way of Savoy. Puck sent back into the neutral zone by the Mammoth. Here's Evan Bouchard now. Bouchard settles it, gives it away to Krause. Lawson Krause trying to send that puck in the middle of the ice. Matt Savoy now behind his net. He'll skate it forward, drops it for Bouchard. Bouchard across to Ekholm. Ekholm with a hard rim around as the Oilers look to make a change. Nugent Hopkins chases after it. Here's a check by, I don't know who that was. Rozovic can't come up with it, and Here's Cooley with a shot, and that goes wide of the net. Yamamoto on the forecheck to Dylan Guenther towards the goal, and Tristan Jarry's just going to hang on to that one. Easy save for him. The ouch bomb. Yeah, Bouchard's had a tough game. I think most of Edmonton's defense have had a tough game tonight. Bouchard has for sure had a tough one. How do you think the Avs versus the second wild card is going to go? I think Colorado's going to absolutely destroy whoever it is, whether it's Nashville, whether it's LA or San Jose. But we'll see. There's a lot of positioning to happen here. Here's a play kept alive by Utah in the Oilers zone. Adam Henry can't come up with it. Here's Peterka with a backhand, and Jarry makes the save, but he kind of bobbled the rebound, and that allows Kerfoot to keep the play alive. Peterka centers it out in front, bouncing at the point. What's going on, Zach? How you doing? Around the boards, Adam Henry can't come up with it. He does at least deflect the puck out of trouble. There's 3:05 to play here. Adam Henry gets a stick on that clearing attempt as well, but Utah will send that puck back in behind the Oilers' net. Jack Roslovic with the puck, with speed, up the right wing, through the neutral zone. He'll chip it, and he'll chase it against Cole. Roslovic against Cole. Throws a hit. Cole makes a play. Dylan Guenther now with a flip into the neutral zone. Matthias Ekholm. He'll give that puck to Bouchard. Bouchard up the right wing, tipped in by Roslovic. Nugent Hopkins chases after it. But Utah with possession. Here's Utah with possession now. Here's Dylan Guenther with speed. Guenther enters the Oilers zone. Darnell Nurse to Murphy, up the boards into the neutral zone as the Oilers are looking like they're just trying to survive the rest of regulation. Here's Murphy with a flip down the ice. That's going to be icing. That's an unforced icing by Connor Murphy. Did not like that. All right, 2:06 to play. Icing on the Oilers. But the Oilers do have their top line out. They do have Savoy, McDavid. I don't know if Podkolzin's out there because it was on the icing. Podkolzin is out there. You have Nurse and Murphy. All right, here's McDavid off the faceoff. He wins it back. Darnell Nurse on his backhand. Now, what a nice play by Darnell Nurse. He skates it forward. Nurse across to Savoy, and that goes off of his stick and into the bench. Let's go, Oil. What's going on? There's a lot of new fans tuning in tonight. If you're new, welcome in. I hope you're having fun. 1:59 left in the third period. Top line out for Edmonton. Connor McDavid's going to take the face-off at the Utah blue line against Schmaltz. Schmaltz has a couple goals tonight for the Mammoth. Here's a play deflected into the Oilers zone. Tristan Jarry steps out of his crease to play it. Utah on the forecheck again. Savoy plays it back to Ekholm. Ekholm to Podkolzin. He deflects it deep into the Utah zone. Vejmelka out of his crease. That's out of the reach of Sergachev, and the Oilers are going to find a way to maintain possession here. Here's Darnell Nurse trying to find Dickinson in the middle of the ice. Dickinson reverses to Nurse. Nurse towards the goal, deflected on in front, and Colton Dock almost had a wide open net rebound, but it went just past his stick. And here comes Peterka now. Peterka with a shot that goes high and over the Oilers' goal. Around the boards to Marino at the point. Here's Nurse, plays it forward. Dickinson trying to make a play. Nurse reverses to Murphy. 1 minute left in the third. Murphy to Dock. Dock will just try and hit the red line, deflects it into the Utah zone. Vejmelka out of his net, leaves it for Marino. Marino to Schmidt. Up the boards, out of the reach of Guenther, but Guenther will deflect it. Comes to Bouchard. Bouchard sends it back into the Utah zone. Around the boards here. Here's Nugent Hopkins on his backhand, off the glass. Just throws it into the neutral zone. Kapanen can't come up with it. 27 seconds to go here in the third period. Can the Oilers just get this thing to overtime? Here's Cooley over his stick. Cooley sends the puck to Cole. Cole down low towards the goal, and that's picked off by McDavid. Here comes McDavid. 2-on-3. Capping into McDavid. 6 seconds left in the third. McDavid trying to center it out in front. Puck around the boards. And the Oilers are at minimum going to get a point here. Oh my God. The end of the third period. Have mercy. Jeez. I think there's a couple minute break here. I will be right back. Folks. Give me like 1 minute before overtime starts. All right, I'm back. My apologies. I had to just like quickly eat something. I just ate like half a banana because like I'm like super shaky right now. Part of that is the anxiety of the Oilers. Part of it is just haven't eaten a lot today. Vegas took the lead. That's okay as long as Edmonton takes care of their business. The Oilers got 1 point tonight. So at minimum, they will. No, even if Vegas wins, the Oilers will still be ahead of Vegas, right? So the Oilers do have the tiebreaker against the Golden Knights. Getting at least 1 point is good, but I'd like to see them get that second point. 3-on-3 overtime is about to start here. We're going to go 5 minutes, 3-on-3. And of course, I am going to be hiding the chat until overtime is over. I'm hiding the chat until overtime is over. I do not want to be spoiled. Chat is hidden. I do this during the playoffs. Chat will be completely hidden. If you haven't hit the like button yet, hit that like button, folks. Goes a long way in supporting the channel. And if you haven't yet subscribed, we are getting very close to 10,000 subscribers. Let's see how the Oilers play overtime. Are they going to be assertive, or is this game going to be defensive? I think the Oilers got to try and win this thing as early as possible. I think as overtime goes along, the Oilers just look like they don't have a lot of energy tonight. So you have Savoy, Bouchard, McDavid against Gunther, Stenlin, and Sergachev. That is going to be the first two lines out for each team. Let's see if McDavid wins this draw here. I'm surprised they don't have Dickinson or Henrique out to take the face off. I'm glad they don't, because the last time the Oilers went to overtime, which was I think against Vegas, Dickinson took the initial face off, then won it, and then skated off the ice. But here's Connor McDavid. He'll step in. Off the face-off, Stenlin falls. Evan Bouchard brings it back into his own zone. Here's Bouchard up the wing to Matt Savoy. Savoy skates into the Utah zone, and Savoy brings it back out. He'll give it to Evan Bouchard now. Bouchard to Savoy. Savoy walks in, trying to stick handle his way through. Oh, and Matt Savoy took a penalty. Matt Savoy's going to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Logan Cooley. Matt Savoy gets his stick in the feet. Oh my goodness gracious, man. Savoy, my man. That's unfortunate. And by unfortunate, I mean that's just not a good play by Savoy. Actually, looking at that replay, I don't actually know if Savoy even got the stick in his legs there. I don't know. Looking at that replay, I don't think Savoy tripped him. I think he just fell. I think Savoy's stick was in the area, but I think he just fell. Oh my goodness. All right, well, this penalty kill's got to find a way now. Here's Sergachev across. That's all right. Utah wins 6-5 in overtime. I don't even know if Savoy touched him. What a shot by Keller, though. And Tristan Jarry, cringe, man. That is a cringe game from Tristan Jarry tonight, folks. You can't win them all. At least the Oilers got 1 point tonight. No matter what happens, the Oilers are still first place unless Anaheim wins. Anaheim's down 3-0. So the Oilers are still first in the Pacific. Not even worried. But Jarry's got to have a few of those goals tonight. Right? Like Jari's like just got to have multiple of those goals. Yo, thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate that. I will quickly go over the all the gifted memberships and super chats tonight before we end the stream. I will have a post-game fan reaction up in the next probably the next hour or two. I'll try and get it up as quickly as possible. So we had Nicholas with the $2 super chat. Brecken became a member. Thunders with the gifted. Thunders with another gifted. McDavid 9729 with the 970 super chat. Foreman Spike with the 279. And then Laver with the $2 super chat. So thank you very much. If you haven't hit the like button on the stream yet, make sure you hit that like button. And if you're not yet subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And there's going to be lots to talk about the fan reaction tonight. Looking forward to that. We are looking forward to that, folks. We will see you very soon. Normal users just having a blast tonight, cheering. I love Normal User. They cheer for literally everyone except Edmonton, so they win basically every single night. I wish I could be like Normal User. That life must be incredible. Mesmer with the 279 super chat. Appreciate that so much, Mesmer. Unplayable Jari. Yeah, Jari's bad. I'm just having fun, Normal. I'm just having fun. I don't mean anything negative about that, I promise. The Oilers were lucky to get a point. We'll say that. They were lucky to get a point tonight. Ingram will get the start tomorrow. Yo, Laver, also, thank you so much for becoming a member. Enjoy your custom emotes. Enjoy the badge as well next to your name. Thank you so much for becoming a member tonight. Appreciate that a lot. Do we talk about Ingram? I mean, Ingram's getting the start tomorrow. The Oilers, hey, they gotta travel to San Jose tomorrow. They have a game tomorrow, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that call in overtime. I'll have to get another replay on it. I'll have to get another look at it. Should we try? I don't know, man. I don't think Pickard is going to do that much better, but Jari is legitimately unplayable, so. Can we blame Savoy? I don't know if Savoy touched him in overtime. That's a tough one. He didn't touch him. Yeah, I'll check the replay for the fan reaction just to make sure that like I don't, sound like an idiot when I'm trying to talk about it. But we will see you all very soon. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. So many of you tuned in tonight, which is incredible. Make sure you tell someone that you love them tonight. For everyone that subscribed to the channel, thank you. For everyone that supported financially tonight, thank you. You never have to do that, but it is always appreciated. Every one of you right now allows me to do what I do every single night just by tuning in and saying hi. So thank you so much. Tell someone you love them. And as always, fight like a kid, fight like Ben. Let's go Oilers. The fan reaction will be up very, very soon. And then tomorrow, no day after, because it's a quick turnaround against San Jose. So tomorrow, I'll have a pregame up before the game against San Jose. Tomorrow night, another live stream. So if you want to tune into another live stream, tune in tomorrow night as the Oilers take on the Sharks. Thank you all so much. Much love, everyone. You are seriously the best fans on the planet. Have a great night. Luckily, they play tomorrow. So you just take this one and you just get rid of it from the brain. Tough one, though. That was a tough one tonight for a lot of players and the goalies. So lots to talk about. I'll see you in the next couple of hours.